Hey everyone, welcome to Smash Trivia. I'm your host, Smash Trivia John. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram by searching Smash Trivia to follow everything happening with me. I'll be the one with the big old green head in the profile picture. So excited to get into this. This is the Gamma Analysis. Basically, in this series, I'm going to review everything Hulk, all the movies, TV shows, and I also do random other geeky films. Occasionally, not so geeky ones too. And I also like to mix things up once in a while by not reviewing anything. Hope you enjoy Smash Trivia Presents The Gamma Analysis. I want to ask everyone listening if they can please do something for me. Please share the hell out of this podcast with all your friends. If you don't, Hulk will be angry. And Smash Trivia has a Patreon too, so please check that out. We have some fantastic extra content on there. I bet you'll have a Hulk smashing good time. The tiers are as follows: $1 a month is Hulkaholic for $1, $3 a month is The Reading Room with Hulky and Shulky, and $5 a month is Smashing the TV. I also now offer custom trivia games on Fiverr, so if you want to take your game night to the next level, you can hire me. A link to the Fiverr is in the episode description. The Gamma Analysis is also a part of the Blind Knowledge Podcast Network. Now that we have all that important stuff out of the way, let's smash right into this episode. Hello, my Gamma friends, and welcome to Smash Trivia and the Gamma Analysis. Today I'm joined by my co-host Keith, along with my friends Annabelle and Betsy at different points, as this episode is actually all 4 parts of the She-Hulk meets Howard the Duck comic story that we've been reading over on the Smash Trivia Patreon over the past 4 months on the Reading Room with Hulky and Shulky. The first half of the episode, She-Hulk is portrayed by Annabelle, and the other half, She-Hulk is portrayed by Betsy. If either Annabelle or Betsy listen to this, thank you to both of you for all the help you give here at Smash Trivia. I appreciate the hell out of you. And for our Hulkaholic for $1, we have Derek Sager, Gabriel Floral, Film Critter, and Stephen W. Before I put on those recordings, I want to say, last week, I put a challenge out where I wanted you to guess a character that I was thinking of. The answer for that challenge was Beast Boy. The 2 people that got it were Marvel Connoisseur, or at DToby98 on Twitter, and Alex Steele at Dopio OTA67 on Twitter. Alex wanted me to say this Red Dead Redemption line in a Batman voice. You're my favorite parasite. Now, that doesn't sound very great. To be honest, I think my Batman voice kind of sounds more like Venom, but it's about the best I can do. I hope that satisfies you, Alex. I hope you enjoyed it regardless. So, thank you for listening. And if you like this Gamma Analysis, please give a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or a 5-star rating on Spotify. Also, the rules for if I can actually get ads on my show apparently have changed lately. So I have to I need to start getting more listens on Spotify. So I want to ask everyone if they can please do me a big favor and at least every once in a while try and listen on Spotify so that because that is the way I can get ads and start making money off of my show. Alright. And so I'd love to hear your thoughts on this comic experience. And it is quite a ridiculous and hilarious experience. So please let me know all your thoughts on that. And if you'd like to listen to more from me, please subscribe. Many more Gamma Analysis from me coming, so keep on the lookout. Alright, let's get into that comic reading. Alright, welcome everyone to the Reading Room, where I'm going to read you a Hulky or a Shulky comic and tell you my thoughts. This episode, I'll be reading you a She-Hulk comic with my co-host Keith and Annabelle from the Variant Vendetta podcast. How's the 2 of you doing tonight?
Great, John.
Bitchin'.
Bitchin'. Damn, why didn't I think of that? That'd be the
All
first time I've
right.
used it.
Well, and the comic we're doing today is Sensational She-Hulk number 14, where She-Hulk meets Howard the Duck. All right. So I will pull up the if I can find what the one that is the on my computer where the there it is. Share that. All right. So this comic on the cover we see Howard and She-Hulk in what is called the Baloney verse, apparently.
Yeah, all
It's
right.
um they're trapped in the Baloney verse. It's on I think is what a giant thing of baloney.
It does look like the end tip. Yeah.
All right. So
Of a baloney.
all right. So I will probably since Annabelle will be She-Hulk, Keith will be a Howard the Duck. I'll probably be both like doing sort of narration things and then whatever random characters. So when the stars were yet at owning the race which on me was already deep into fuddly a duddyism.
Funny
We
that
were we were your basic shining city on a hill, a noble civilization whose arts and sciences flowered, and even within the constraints of a balanced budget. It was we felt our obligation to impact our boundless knowledge to other less advanced races, and so we tried, but like dummies, we gave them fission technology instead
Oh
of
no.
haikus or the ukulele or something. The result was unpredictable. Our first experiment was altruism. With altruism was also our last. Gravely embarrassed, most of my race retreated into passive obs- observation of the universe. They are called the Watchers. I hail from a splinter faction. We watch too, but we feel compelled to deliver the picketing, picking and
I've never seen this word
commentary
before.
on what we see. For we are the critics.
Nice.
And we see a watcher who is wearing glasses and he has a goatee.
That he's in a director's chair reading
Yeah.
reviews.
Yeah.
How more criticky can I get? Like bowling shoes on.
It might be. Approximately 10 and Earth Sun cycles ago, I witnessed one hot phantom
Phenom, I think.
phenom at the fringes of the galaxy in the virginity of the
Vicinity.
vicinity. Oh, yeah.
This font is not easy, nor is the like
made it
continuations.
look like it was a G and not a C.
I like what you said better, John.
Of the Magellanic Cloud.
Like you get to just say "shat" in the next box.
The debris of a shattered solar system had just reached the event horizon of one of my favorite black holes. I stopped by to watch the artifacts get swallowed in. Always a good show. This time, however, it was interrupted by a cosmic aberration. To wit, the most prestigious
Prodigious, I think.
is plunger ever beheld by sentient eyes. As we see a bunch of stuff flying into the black hole, including this giant plunger. One of them looks like it might be the TARDIS from Doctor Who.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Either that or it's just a normal phone book. It's funnier if it's the TARDIS. So I'll just assume it is the TARDIS. The rubbery vastness of its a suction cup descended upon the region of singularity.
Jeez.
As if worked by the arm of some unseen plumber. The handle pressed down, suck, sloosh, then popped back up, and in so doing, reversed the suction of the black hole.
Oh dear.
From the other side of the singularity, spewed all manner of interstellar debris. Detritus?
Detritus? I don't know what that
I'm
means.
gonna assume it's basically just another word for debris.
That does sound like it, yeah.
Hurtling outwards across the cosmos, its speeds is far in excess of light. The plunger had actuated the only known transdimensional blowhole in this continuum. The cause of this event remains a mystery. One thing, however, is certain. The entity responsible is possessed of either an utterly infantile sense of humor or the most literal mind of a billion worlds. This is the story of Balloony Place of Dying by Steve Gerber. Brian Hitch, Jim Sanders, there's Jim Novak, there's Oliver, Bobby E. Chase, Tom DeFlello, and Howard the Duck is created by Steve Gerber. A snow-blanketed meadow on the outskirts of MT Pressure, Vermont. As we see She-Hulk in the snow.
Jennifer, the engine just died again. I'm not surprised. The force emanating from this thing is incredibly powerful. Makes me woozy just touching it.
As she holds this little black box. We have no idea what this box is yet.
You mean that little thing is the Mount Pressure Magnetic Anomaly? Wait, I'll give you a definitive answer after I get my bearings. Whatever this is, it's playing havoc with my inner ear. I can barely stand up straight. Oh my goodness, Jennifer, what's it doing? Believe me, Wheezy, I wish I knew. All I can tell you is it's some kind of energy. It's coiling around me. It hurts. And it's spinning me around like a top. Up. No, please, not onto the pond. Thank heavens. It's winding down. We were generating so much heat. I thought sure the ice would melt.
Okay.
Splooshed.
Sploosh.
What happened to her shirt before this?
Right? That's what I'm wondering.
I'm guessing maybe this has happened before and like the heat burned it or something.
Oh, maybe.
That's the only thing I could think.
Magnetic anomalies, strange energies. I don't understand how crime fighters today maintain their sanity, let alone their lives. Whatever happened to the nice, straightforward gangster and his Tommy gun? Jennifer, here. And from now on, you can call me Shamu. Oh, thank heavens. Are you still in one piece, dear? Yeah. Everything intact but my pride. Brr. Something's happened to that anomaly. Look! It's just an empty frame now. The black surface is gone. Yeah, how about that? It stopped putting out those weird emanations, too. And maybe the dunking neutralized it. Or the discharge of energy, maybe. Whatever. It can't be terribly dangerous anymore. Not if you can reach, right? Yipes! Where did my hand go?
I love how there's a sign that says danger, thin ice, cold 2.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah. All right, and now we go to Cleveland.
Wow, easy. It's just a big green arm and a Gucci glove reaching for your throat from the refrigerator. It's not necessarily the end of the peaceful, rational existence you've come to love, is it? No, not if I refuse to acknowledge its reality. Or better yet, if it just goes away. Yeah, okay, good. Probably drinking too much diet soda. Phenylaline hallucinations. That's all. Anyway, it'll make interesting conversation when Bev gets home. Phew.
Wormhole, New York, State, a correctional facility. The cell of prisoner Floyd Mangles. A coffee mug, an old shoe, a candy bar wrapper, and a plunger. I had that stuff a long time, sir. No one's objected. Oh, but hey, there's
Do you want some help doing these?
well, sure. That's right. There was the reason I was having trouble is because there was a black bar covering some of the lines.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you want the other guy?
Sure. You can take the other guy.
He's lying, Warden. We inspect this cell twice a day. If that box was under his cot, we would have found it.
What else would you expect him to say? What if I fail to understand why you'd bother collecting these items? They'd hardly be of use in an escape attempt or a fight. I use them as objects, acts of meditation. There's a special magic in the mundane. I see. O'Hara, just put these things back where they belong. No harm's been done. I'll schedule a counseling session for Mr. Mangles.
Yes, sir.
What an odd one he is. Is any idea what he's in for? Or
no. Oh.
No, you're good.
Nope. He don't talk about it. And he got here years before I took this job.
He predates me as well. Maybe I should have a look at his file. I'm getting care, lest I forget. Ought to hide the box under my drop cloth of invisibility. Not that it matters. After all these years, the big squish is coming, and it can't be stopped. Back in Cleveland.
Howard!
You're early. How'd the work go today?
Slow. I'm beginning to wonder if this wasn't yet another career mistake. I think I may have hopped on the ninja bandwagon a little too late.
Didn't someone, I forget who, try to tell you that might be the case?
Don't rub it in. Even you'll admit it sounded good in the commercials. Earn big bucks, become a ninja warrior.
Yeah, Bev, but I also said that if enough ninjas were out of work that they'd resorted to teaching, the demand had to be down. Oh, yeah, jeez. I just got what he's trying to say. All right.
Anyway, the Rent-A-Ninja agency says they've got something more interesting for me tomorrow. Whatever it is, it can't be duller than guarding a shopping mall art sale. I've never seen so many sofa-sized paintings in my life. Any diet soda left?
Yeah, in the fridge. Oh, be careful. Though, don't let the big green arm grab you. It's a good warning.
And back in New York City.
Are you sure you don't want to stay the night, dear? You don't look very well. It's nothing, Wheezy. Really, I'm just tired. And, unable to walk or even stand up. Jennifer! Good heavens! What's come over you? I don't know. My knees just turned to jello. I haven't felt so sick since the transfusion. When you got your cousin's irradiated blood? Yeah.
No, the other one.
Oh, dear. I know it's difficult for you, dear, but try to sit and rest a moment. I'd say the anomaly taxed you more than you thought. Yeah, okay. Maybe that's it.
10 years ago, when the blowhole was created, I knew it would come to this. I knew I would find myself snarled in the single circumstance most dreaded by every member of my species. Repugnant and through it all, through it may be, though it may be, I must make a decision. One compaction receptacle has already arrived on Earth. Its seal has already been breached twice. First from within by the creature who possessed Wild Moon. Then from without by the little Miss Sensational. The Earthers can't keep their fingers out of anything. When the rest of the receptacles make a planet fall, there'll be variable orgy of poking and prodding until all the seals are broken and the cosmos plunged into utter chaos. There's a watcher in Earth's sector. Maybe I could dump this in his lap. No, too cowardly, even for a critic. But perhaps some other non-indigenous life form. Yes, that's the ticket.
I do not like how they animated the forehead sweat.
Oh yeah, no.
Yep.
Not good.
Yeah, not great at all. Especially along within the same panel, the word orgy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the last panel, it looks like it might be like a flying ship or something.
Yeah.
Going for the
Maybe.
cosmos.
Maybe that might be how he travels.
All right,
Like he
and
just, like, zooms off.
we're at the Empire State University the next day.
That sounds made up.
Oh yeah. So I think this is the guy here speaking, not She-Hulk.
You want me to
Yeah.
talk? You want to do it?
Sure, you can do it.
You couldn't reach Reed Richards, so you came to me. I'm beyond flattered. I am nonplussed.
Well, you're also the only other theoretical physicist I know.
And the only unmarried one. So let's say I figure out what this thing is. Can I tell you over dinner tonight?
To be honest, Brent, I'm really not feeling well. And given the way things worked out between us last time, I don't.
I put my hand through the frame, and it feels like I dunked it in liquid nitrogen. Is this what you felt when you tried it?
No, it was like reaching into a refrigerator, just a little chill. What do you think it means? Are experiencing such different sensations?
It could be a function of our relative positions. You were in Vermont. I'm in an office in New York City.
Hold still. Let me see it. Are you saying whatever's in there changes depending on where the thing moves?
Okay. That really looks weird. The white hands.
No. That whatever's on the other side of this changes because your hand goes through it at a different angle, and that feels wonderful. Don't stop. Oh God.
Oh God. Poof. I won't just poof. Keep talking. Poof. The poof. Other side. Poof. Right. Oh, that's not me. Never mind.
Is that supposed to be him again?
Yeah.
Right. Picture a knitting needle driven through a rubber ball. Thanks, Jen. I can move the fingers again. Anyway, depending on where you stick the needle.
I get the analogy. What I don't get is where's the rubber ball?
It's in the frame. Watch. I drop the pen, and it just keeps falling.
I don't understand. Where does it fall? What's in there?
I can't be sure without some further tests, but I think it's a universe.
Excuse me? A universe?
Yes, and the frame is the container of some sort, keeping the contents compressed so our space-time continuum can warp around it.
But that's crazy. Where did it come from? How did it get stuck in there?
The only extrapolation that springs to mind is a very large trash compactor.
And back to Cleveland as the critic. It comes down from space. I think this is the critic speaking. I'm guessing. Yes, the one I need is here. Greetings, folks. Help you with something today? And so you're the salesman?
Is that supposed to be? Oh, I can't tell.
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Oh, greetings, folks. Can I help you with something today?
Oh,
But you're a
You-
duck. True. But I know. Does that say dog? Dose?
I think it says dues.
yeah. So
Oh,
I don't know.
but I know dues. and I type with all 8 fingers. So, or which is more than you can say for most computer salesmen. I know DOS. Oh my god. I just figured it out. It's like a little riddle. This whole edition is like a riddle after riddle.
There's
Like,
so
oh
many
yeah, that
words
thing
that I'm
existed.
like, I don't know these words. It feels almost like all the fake words in Glass Onion.
There, that word is detritus. Just say debris. Anyway, all right.
That is
Um,
unusual.
While I tend to overcompensate for obvious reasons, I figure I've got to inspire a little extra consumer confidence.
I think this might be the idea. The critic.
Yeah.
Howard
Yes? Yeah?
the duck.
Natch. Say Natch?
Natch.
Natch. Natch. I'm going to assume you didn't come in for the free word processing demonstration. Demonstration. God damn. I'm so not used to reading these little like half. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
That was
I feel like
awesome.
nowadays comic books pack a little bit more into a bubble.
That is correct. I have come from beyond the stars to discuss the salvation of your universe.
Is that right? Well, let me call 2 things to your attention then. Number 1, this isn't my universe. Number 2, I'm with a customer at the moment, so you'll just have to come back later.
A genuine tour de force in trivialization, Duck.
Thank you.
However, that response is unacceptable. And I stick you in with you inside of a kind of ball, force field
Yeah.
ball.
You gotta catch them all.
Bubble.
You just pokeball.
Yeah. My creed does not permit me to reveal the precise nature of the danger, but it requires the application of your now Terran instincts.
Non-terrain, I think.
Non-Terran?
Non-Terran.
Not Terran.
Oh,
That
non-terran,
makes
like
sense.
the yeah.
That
yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense.
Non-earthly.
I'm thrilled. Does your creed say anything about who pays for that roof? Choom.
And we're back to New York.
I have no idea whether this'll work, but the frame on the flat surface, so that the back door is closed. I changed his voice. I wanted him to be nerdier. Maybe we can actually peer inside. It's worth a try anyway.
What is it? What do you see?
You won't believe it unless you look for yourself.
Cold cuts? It's a baloney verse? I can't wait to hear the explanation for this.
I'm not sure I have one, although it does jibe sort of with an alternate universe theory I've been exploring. If there are multiple universes, there must be some control principle governing how many and which ones survive. You know, the way a natural selection manages to perpetuate the extinction of a species. Holy shit, this guy rambles. At least two types of universes would have to be eliminated. Those not viable on their own, of course, and those which encroach on others' universes in a way that threatens a multiversal structure.
Do you really think about this stuff all day?
Yeah, I do. I suppose these encroachiverses never really die. Suppose that, like viruses, they can be contained but not eradicated. The frame could be some natural or technological or even mystical device that keeps them in quarantine and occupying as little space as possible.
And as this happens, the critic drops Ops Howard into the building with them. Crash, plang, crank.
Hi. I might have changed his voice again too. I don't know.
He causes everybody in the room to fall over as he breaks. He just slams into them.
Ow.
Good grief. What universe did you blow in from?
Cleveland. It's a long story.
That's okay. I'm a good listener. Come on your feet. Let's hear it from the beginning. Huh? What are you running from? All I did was offer you a hand.
Yeah, right about my neck, no doubt. Well, maybe you can catch me off guard in a refrigerator, but not while I got both eyes on you. Besides, if I were you, I'd forget about me and help your friend over there. The guy's sinking into his desk. Oh, that was
Brett?
you, sorry. Or Brent.
Brent is just is getting sucked into the baloneyverse.
Hope he's hungry.
Drat, not fast enough. He's been sucked into the Encroachiverse.
I hope that's not nearly as serious as it sounds.
Quiet. I've got hold of something. But it's not Brent. Just a bratwurst.
Natural enough mistake.
I got Brent into this by asking for his help. There's no choice. I have to go in after him.
Oh, brother, you hairless apes never catch on, do you? There's always a choice.
Oh no, you're not leaving till I find out what a duck has to do with this lunacy.
Nothing, that's what. I got shanghaied off my sales floor. I don't know if you can say that still. But you did in 1990. I don't know, you probably can. I don't know.
Maybe, but not until I'm sure you're not dangerous. You're sticking with me.
How could I be dangerous? You've got at least 5 feet on me. Anyway, this is nuts. You'll never fit through that thing with those shoulders.
Shoulders notwithstanding.
The compaction process worked on Brent and us too.
For joy.
Somehow we've got to find him and get out of here. But where do you start searching in an entire universe?
I wish you thought of that before you dragged me. Oh, shit. Not to get personal or anything. Haven't you dropped a few pounds since the old compaction process?
Oh no! Oh please, not here, not now! I've been dehulked! I'm just plain Jennifer Walters. Hurt, plucky, and powerless.
Hurt.
What does pert even mean?
No idea. And that is the end of this issue. I assume that means that this story it continues on in another issue, which we will probably another month follow up and read up in on that one, because I really want to know where this goes. So ridiculous.
Well, there's one mystery we won't have to wait for, and that's pert. Attractively, lively, or cheeky.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay.
She's cheeky. That was
Oh,
fun.
man.
I'm gonna have to listen to this back a few times before we record again because I gotta get those voices back. I'm sure Brent isn't dead, right?
No,
I-
I don't think so.
Oh no. I would assume he's just riding on sausage.
Yep. Yep.
A bratwurst. Nice.
So what did you guys think of this comic issue?
After you.
Oh, okay. It was great. I loved it. I did feel a little weird. Keith asking me out, that was a little weird.
Yeah,
But
ask you out
it's
just
good.
a couple days before his wedding.
Right.
It was confusing for me too, Toots.
It's funny that as like a pretty comical comic book for 1990, this is some dense reading for the people that it would be probably
yeah.
targeted for. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Some of the word choices they get to use as the critic, as well as like just it's so much dialogue. It was impressive.
So this was actually, I think, like one of the first times I'm said Marvel actually brought back Howard the Duck after the flop op of the movie. Like they that film came out in like 84 and it took 6 years before they even brought him back. I'm surprised that they for the first time brought him back in a She-Hulk issue.
Yeah.
But
And they're testing the waters.
but I think they make for a good pair.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Because she's no nonsense, and she's like, I gotta do this. You gotta come with me, and she's not
Mhm.
afraid to joke back, but like be rude. And that's what
Yeah.
that's really what he needs, is someone to be rude back.
Yeah, I like the idea of she's like, yeah, you're smaller than me, so you're not gonna get a choice. You're going to get. I'm taking you with me.
This is duck napping.
Well, I think that's about all for tonight. Thank you two for coming on to help me with this. Annabelle, I did mention that I was planning on trying to see if I could get my girlfriend in February to do the comic with me. Sadly, her phone is not gonna be able to be in a case where she can record with me. So, how would you feel about doing the whatever's next for this this story next month?
Sounds good to me.
All right, sounds good. All right, well, thank you everyone for listening. This again is your host, Master Avery John, along with Keith and Annabelle, signing off. Welcome everyone on to the reading room, where I'm gonna read you a Hulky or a Shalky comic and tell you my thoughts. This episode, I'm reading to you a She-Hulk comic with my co-host Keith and Annabelle from the Variant Vendetta podcast. How are you doing tonight?
Excellent. Amazing. So excited to be here tonight.
I'm riveted. This has been an event that I have been waiting for all day, because this has been a Monday from hell, and I've had a lot of those in my life, but I've not had a fun podcast recorded right after, so I'm stoked.
Let's hope there's not any awkward moments this time like there was last time, where I think it was like Keith had to ask out Annabelle or something last time. Comic reading.
It was acting, John. We're all professional stars
you
here.
guys are the ones who said it was awkward last time.
Oh yeah. Fair.
The comic we're reading today is Sensational She-Hulk number 15, continuing our She-Hulk meets Howard the Duck storyline. All right, so I'm going to share my screen and show this. Actually, use disabled screen share for the people who aren't the host. I got it now. I can.
I'm
screen
muted.
share it now.
Yes. Yes, you are.
Wow.
Right.
Monday from hell. All right.
All right.
Ugh.
So we are this one starts off with some really cool cover art showing different iterations of She-Hulk, as well as Howard at the bottom. Is this the incredible version, the savage version, or the sensational version? The cosmic squish ish principle. All right.
I'm noticing it says part 2 of 3. John, did you not say this was a 2-parter?
I thought it was, but actually, I've looked, and I think it might be even more than 3 parts.
It just goes on for. They keep extending.
Yeah.
Give
So
the people
I
what they
looked at the
want.
cover for the next one, and it says art 3 of 3 question mark.
Oh dear.
They're like, you tell us, audience, what do you want? You want more of this?
All right, so this is Stan Lee presents the sensational She-Hulk, Secret Warts. In the desperate bid to rescue Professor Brent and Wilcox, She-Hulk and Howard the Duck have followed him into the Baloneyverse, a cosmos of cold cuts containing and innocuous trapezoidal
The writer of this one is an asshole.
Yeah, big time.
That rests on Wilcox's desk. But the trip through the trapezoid has altered She-Hulk's gamma radiation and energized body chemistry, transforming her back into the decidedly now super Jennifer Walters. Just in time to greet the voracious hordes who inhabit this universe. As we see on the we see a picture here of a bunch of demon-looking creatures that are swarming upon on Howard and Jennifer.
That is the most voracious bunch of guys I've ever seen. Oh, you got to do all these guys' voices too.
I have
Bless
to.
you.
No,
No.
Brownie, nom nom nom. What nom nom? Eat nom nom. Chew nom. Good nom nom. Good. Move, girl. Give me nom.
That was incredible.
Oh, it's great. Yeah.
I guess that's also another one of them who's saying shush.
Yeah, I think it's
Will you look at this? They're not even interested in us. All they want is baloney. Which, of course, still leaves us with the troubling question of what happens when all the baloney's all gone. We could go tumbling into the void, never to be heard from again. Speaking of we, where did the duck go?
Over here. And for future reference, Toots, assuming we've got a future, the name is Howard.
If you don't mind, I'd prefer to keep this on a last name basis.
Suit yourself, Miss Toots. Given any thought to how we might get out of here?
We're not leaving until we find Brent. Besides, we don't seem to be in any immediate danger.
Yeah, well, think ahead 2 seconds. The moment they run out of prepared meat.
Nom, thigh, leg, nom, 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 ladyfingers, rump, nom, 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 liver, big.
Okay, I concede your point. What do you suggest we do?
Based on my all too extensive experience in non-linear space, I say we wait for the next disc of Braunschweiger. And jump!
Thank you, Mr. Duck. I owe you one.
Having hauled me in here bodily, you owe me about 42, Miss Toots.
I think that's you.
Is that me? Okay.
Hard to tell
Anyway.
from this distance.
It is very hard.
No way of telling.
Anyway, we can settle accounts later. We've got a larger concern at the moment. We're about to make landfall on that Swedish meatball up ahead. See it in orbit there around the Edam cheese? We're coming in too fast. We're going to crash. What can we do?
Very little, except pray it's not overcooked.
How is it?
About medium well and greasy. So much for what used to pass as my complexion. You okay, Howard?
Yeah, sure. Picture of health.
You know, I really do owe you an apology for yanking you into this place. I figured I could protect you if anything happened. Who knew I wouldn't even be able to protect myself? Sheesh, this is the craziest thing I've ever lived through.
Yeah, and consider yourself lucky. Compared to most of my life, this looks like a course in logic. So let's just relax and watch the cheese set in the west. At least we're safe.
Wrong. They
And,
must have eaten through.
It is gross.
They must have eaten their way through the meatball too.
Egg, nom! Nom! Neckbone, nom, nom! as these creatures again descend upon on Jennifer.
Oh.
Get off! Stupid, ugly things bite She-Hulk! Chew on She-Hulk! She-Hulk is not food! She-Hulk is angry!
I love that her like wool sweater has ripped into exactly a bikini. Really funny. Those are the strong parts.
Oh god. And so she has turned into the gray She-Hulk, I guess.
I didn't even know that existed.
I don't know if it ever did before this.
Always better now than never.
It's exclusive to the Baloney verse.
There you go. Yeah, that makes sense actually. Weird stuff happening here.
Stupid, ugly things run from She-Hulk. Fear She-Hulk's power. Only Puny Duck is left. Does Puny Duck want to gnaw on She-Hulk too?
Believe me, that's the furthest thing from my mind.
Puny Duck is She-Hulk's friend?
To be honest, I hadn't given the relationship much thought, but,
Words! Words confuse She-Hulk! Make She-Hulk mad!
I got you. My bill is sealed.
Oh, right, this guy.
Yes.
How did he sound? How did he sound? Jennifer, is that you? I have no idea.
Arrgh, that name!
I think he was like supposed to be like this little nerdy, a scrawny guy. I was the voice he gave him.
I'll try better on the next line.
Whatever.
Jennifer, what's happened to you?
Puny Wilcox! Never call She-Hulk that name. She-Hulk hates Puny Jennifer. But even more, She-Hulk hates what Puny Wilcox did to Puny Jennifer and Puny College.
Oh dear.
Wonder what happened in college.
Right?
Deplorable. What began as a crisis of universal proportions and has disintegrated into a vapid cosmic burlesque. This cannot be allowed to continue, even if it means further fudging my creed of non-intervention. The duck, the She-Hulk, and the scientist must be extracted from their predicament and permitted at least the opportunity to rescue this space-time continuum. Besides, I act not out of ill-considered altruism, but enlightened self-interest. After all, if this universe is destroyed, I and my race perish with it. And I have barely begun to catalog the aesthetic abominations of its unvaryingly inspired life forms. I have acted properly. The show must go on, if only so that the critic may shut it down.
Who drops stupid bubble on She-Hulk? Who tries to trap She-Hulk?
Relax, I've traveled in one of these before.
Shut up, puny duck. She-Hulk hates getting trapped.
You're not trapped, you're taking a trip.
Trip, She-Hulk doesn't care. She-Hulk wants to be free.
Ah, quit whining, will ya?
And so they're back in Wilcox's office now.
There, you're free. Satisfied?
No! Too many walls. No room to move. She-Hulk strongly dislikes. No! Change is coming. She-Hulk doesn't want puny Jennifer back.
Oh.
She-Hulk wants to smash, crush, need, touch, type.
I like how need was in there, like women must make bread. Like what?
I think what it's. I think it was like that. It was supposed to be like, these are like variations of lessering like of how hard you'd be hitting something.
Yeah. I just like it goes from smash crush to kneading bread and typing. Oh, the 80s. Nope,
Yeah.
1990. Okay, now it's
Okay.
what's his name? Nerdy man.
Wilcox,
Jennifer,
I think.
Jennifer, you're completely normal again. Don't bet on it. She's gone from green to pink to gray to pink again in the few hours since we met.
Where? Back in your office? But how?
Swell, short-term memory loss too. Look, we can go someplace. No, look, can we go someplace where we can sit and discuss this and where I can make a long-distance phone call? There's a ninja in Cleveland who's gonna be upset when I don't come home after work.
You do look like you could use a rest. To say nothing of some warm clothing.
Clothing, period. My apartment's only a few blocks away.
Let's start hiking.
Better. Their performance remains hampered, of course, by an innate impoverishment of vision, but if only within the scope of their limited gifts, they're functional again. There is hope. And so we go to Connecticut at the Mystic Meadows Home for the Elderly. Oh. I guess I'll do one of these people,
Sure.
and you do the other. Actually, wait. I think there's 3 people we see here. Maybe.
Do you want to do guy in the wheelchair or guy in the other chair?
I'll do guy in the wheelchair, I guess.
All right. You're first.
The young and the restless. Oh no! How you could wash such tripe?
I like it.
Pulls the mind, corrupts the spirit.
I like it.
Hogwash. What you like is soporific effort. You don't have to. Well, I'll have all these years. Here I thought the secret serum had worn off decades ago. But there's no mistaking that tingling. The way that every blood cell sits up and barks. Somewhere, very nearby, there's evil afoot. And once I've got the scent, no evil it can escape the terror within me. And we see what looks like a werewolf, maybe a shadow. And then down the hall, we see a meeting between another 2 men. I'll say I'll be the one behind the desk.
All right, I think Annabelle should do her best man voice.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. Oh, man.
I don't know what I'm signing her up for because there's another page after this.
You put me on the spot. Oh, gosh. Okay.
But our patience contracted for lifetime care. You can't turn them out on the streets.
That's between you and your lawyers, Fenton. It was your decision to stick your assets in junk bonds. Risk didn't pay off, not our problem. We own this property now, and we want to build condos.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
And suddenly,
Combos.
this
Looks like
vampire
a vampire, yeah.
thing and breaks in. It's the innocents who dwell within these walls shall not be deceived of our shelter by your greed and incompetence. Die, managerial swine! Die, yuppie scum!
Down the hall, you hear, I like it.
24 flash-rending seconds later. They should be found just about now. And then the two people in the robot say, I think they're just calling for help. Help! We'll be summoned. Police, paramedics, bucket, and mob. Tears will be shed. Eek! Then the transgressions will be discovered, and grief replaced by gratitude. But the terror that befell them shall remain unknown. Earth. And back in New York City.
Yes, Wheezy, it's really me. It's a long story, but the magnetic anomaly must have cleansed my system of the gamma radiation or something. Anyway, I'm not the She-Hulk anymore. That sounds marginally believable, I suppose, but what? Oh, sorry. This is Professor Brent Wilcox and, Howard.
Pleased to meet you, miss.
Mrs. Mason. Jennifer, this is a duck.
That ain't the half of it, Toots. I'm also a smoker.
It talks? Interminably? Is it friendly? I mean, it doesn't bite or anything.
Only when provoked.
I don't understand much of this myself, Wheezy. Make some coffee, will you? We'll talk some more after I get a hot shower. It drinks coffee.
Yeah, black, no sugar. Did you hear what she said, Wilcox? Your friend thinks she's cured. Somebody's got to tell her what she turned into back on that meatball.
I know. What worries me is we don't know why she changed or if it could happen again.
In Wormwell, New York, state correctional facility. We have. I'm gonna guess this is the guy with the hair only on the back of his head. The first person talking here, because I can't imagine the other person saying a phrase like that.
Yeah.
Do you want me to be bald guy or brush cut?
I'm gonna say you be bald guy and try to do your best S impression of Doc Brown from the Back to the Future.
Oh God, I haven't seen it in a while.
Great Scott! Why wasn't this man mangled transferred? What? This man Mangles transferred to the vault. According to his file, Floyd Mangles and his gang attempted to assassinate an obscure presidential candidate back in '76.
Do you want to be the other guy?
Sure. No, can't be. Nobody tried to hit Carter.
Not Carter, the candidate of the all-night party. H.T. Duke, is it? Anyway, that's not the point. Mangles has some kind of superpower.
What?
He used the alias Dr. Angst and claimed to be the master of mundane mysticism.
Floyd, a supervillain? Get off. Warden, the only power he's got is to bore people to death.
You mean that's what he's led you to believe?
Burn, burn, burn.
What the earthquake? And they no, it's a giant
What's up?
stories. I thought flying directly into the main cell block.
Nice.
Thanks. Wait, who's that talking? Oh, it's that guy again from the first issue.
Oh yeah, the criminal.
Okay. I don't remember what voice we gave him, so
Did I give him one or did you?
I don't remember.
I
I
don't
think you-
remember either.
I think you voiced him,
Okay.
but I'm not sure how.
For 4 years I meditated on the chipping paint of my cell walls until my revenge took place. Then 10 years ago, I cast the spell that summoned the plunger of the Patoot to reverse the suction of a distant singularity. And now, at long last, the moment of retribution has come. As he,
pow.
he's just flying down with on balloons. Nobody knows how he got these balloons, but it doesn't really matter when there's a giant freaking and drill.
I want to know what he paid to have those balloons customized with his sigil.
Right.
Tonight, the outlook of the cosmic blowhole reaches this planet. Tonight, borne aloft by the inflatable orbs of Ig, I soar to meet my destiny. Tonight, I will get to stop talking to myself. And I'm back in New York.
Well, finally got through to Bev. She didn't believe a word of this story. Can't imagine why.
Wait, who's it? Okay,
You tell Miss Toots the bad news yet?
Just give her a moment to absorb it.
No need
just
to
now.
pamper
Sorry,
me.
you go ahead.
No need to pamper me, Brent. I've got the picture. When my cousin Bruce first became the Hulk, he went through the same thing. Every sundown, poor Bruce had to seal himself in an underground vault to prevent his bestial other self from running amok, wreaking indiscriminate destruction. Did I miss something, dear? Why at sundown? Because in those days, nightfall triggered his transformation.
So you're related to the He-Hulk, huh? At least some of this is starting to make sense. But I've got additional ill tidings.
Who talks like this?
Back in the baloney verse, you changed into Miss Gargantua right after the cheese slipped below the horizon.
Jennifer?
I know. I'd better get out of town. Yes, dear. Quickly.
Nice.
Several blocks north and west. I think this is again that guy.
Yeah, he'll finally stop talking to himself.
The old neighborhood. How little it's changed. Feel Good's Playhouse has altered to its facade to keep a pace with the times. The faces of the ladies are painted more erotically. But grit still coats the people and the streets. Garbage still slops over the rim of every dented can. This is definite.
The definitive underbelly of society.
The definitive underbelly of society, and the only conceivable location for my citadel of mundane magic. Perfect, just as I left it. Fortunately, my citadel was rent controlled. The person least plate shop paid enough to keep me current all these years. Even my terrestrial talismans are still intact. And now, as I gaze into my pedestrian progostinator?
Prognosticator.
Prognosticator. The penultimate phase begins.
Who the hell wrote this?
It was either like he was thinking in his head, kids better be this smart. God damn it. They gotta learn these
What?
words. Prognosticator.
I don't even know what that means.
I barely remembered what rent controlled meant. And I've been renting for years.
In the petted folds of its insole, I shall locate my former associates, Tilly the Hun, the Black Hole,
Oh dear.
Sitting Bullseye, and the Spanker.
I don't want to know how he got that name.
Oh God. As I supposed. I think this is the same guy.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
he
so.
does a
Yeah.
lot of talking.
As I
Dr. Angst.
supposed. Each has gone his or her own mediocre way. Our common and lack of imagination was our only real bond. That and my ambition to flatten the rest of the culture, to elevate,
Elevate.
our
I thought it was
own
alleviate.
statue. Such a cruel irony. Television, movies, and the business schools accomplished that during my incarceration. In many ways, the overall cultural degeneration has surpassed my dreams. In many ways, not all. I am not maximum leader of all civilization yet. That, however, will be rectified this night. For with the ingestion of one maggoty year old
14-year-old.
14-year-old Yucha Ritz Cracker Boyd Mangles is replaced by the conjurer of the commonplace, the wizard of the Weltstummer, the lord of the new universe that will be born before the next sunrise. Dr. Angst! A name worth shouting.
We have to look. You have to look at his outfit.
Yes, I
First.
love how he just
Oh
he
my
has
god.
sorcerer written on it.
And
with
an arrow.
An arrow. There is a cord with a plug.
I assume leading to his light, but the light isn't plugged in, so it's not going to light up. But it's
Yep.
also the cord is also the belt. I really love this character.
You can tell that Doctor Strange is his favorite.
Yep.
Sure. I want to know
Yeah.
what the hell an Uka Ritz cracker is.
Right?
No idea.
The only thing what I'm thinking is, since like so much of the stuff in this these is really big stuff, I'm guessing this is that might be like in some other language it's a word for like really big or something. Maybe and
It looks normal size to me, but I love that
Yeah.
it's moldy and maggoty and how like
I don't know. Or
Gross.
maybe it's just as some flavor of Ritz cracker that doesn't exist anymore.
yeah. Maybe.
All right.
Okay, who is this probably?
I think this is fuck, what's his name?
Oh yeah, Wilcox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it might help if I had some idea where I'm supposed to drive you.
Sorry. Lecture stank on that one.
Just keep heading west. Keep us in sunlight. Somewhere in the desert near the place where the gamma bomb tests were conducted.
Wait, what about your cousin's vault? Any idea where it's located?
And then yours.
Oh.
The other one. Yeah.
Whoops.
That's
My
okay.
bad.
Somewhere in the desert, yeah.
Somewhere
that would
in the
be
desert.
the old proving grounds outside Swallow Springs, New Mexico. The facility was shut down years ago. There's a dude ranch there, and a spa on the property now.
New Mexico, swell.
What the hell is
Look,
a
could
dude
you-
ranch?
A dude ranch, I believe is a ranch that trains cowboys and like how to wrangle
Oh, okay.
cattle and stuff like that. Or maybe not training them. I don't know. It might just be a cattle ranch. I don't know.
Okay.
Something about dudes used to be the term for like a cattle wrangler. I don't know.
Okay.
And I'm the Canadian. I have no clue what I'm doing.
Look, could you drop me off in Ohio, seeing as it's on the way?
I don't know. Time is critical.
Why don't you stop crabbing and think about poor Jennifer? Not just yourself.
If it had been up to me, Toots, I never would have met poor Jennifer. And everybody in this flying death trap would have been happier for it.
Oh, that's probably not him who said that, but
2 hours later, 2 time zones west. They're now and seemingly in New Mexico.
I assume this is Wilcox talking based on what he says.
I think so.
The speed of this thing and the accuracy of the navigational computer are astounding, Jen. That's the Gamma Ray Dude Ranch and the spa directly below us.
I'll relay the compliment to Al the alien, if I ever see him again. Set us down near that rock formation, Brent. Any caves in the area would have to be there.
What do you think? This one looks promising. The aperture would indicate a fairly large cavern, big enough to house the machinery you described.
Try it. There's no time for a long search. Even if it's not the Hulk's vault, maybe it's deep enough to get lost in. You're not coming?
Thanks. I'll pass.
Looks like there's... Well, I'm sorry. Looks like our educated guess paid off. This must be the place.
It is. You can almost feel the loneliness and depression and desperation in the air.
The hardware hasn't been used in years. There's no guarantee it'll work.
Are you sure you want to do this, dear? What if we can't get you out in the morning? That doesn't matter, Wheezy. What's important is I won't be able to harm anyone in here. Do it. Seal the vault.
Oh, man.
I don't mind telling you, I'm very uneasy about this.
So am I, Mrs. Mason, but Jen is right. There's really no choice. This new She-Hulk would be an uncontrollable menace to anything in its path. The world is fortunate that Jen has the courage to face this night.
Arr! Sorry. I just assumed that's how that sounds.
I imagine it probably has not been oiled in a long time, so that makes sense.
Probably not. Holy
Um,
smokes. Who are you?
Oh, fuck.
A flashlight.
I mean, you go ahead, John.
I
Wait a minute. Who said that?
Yeah. Who? I guess since I think it's I think that person in the dark who said the holy smokes, who are you? I'll do that.
Okay.
Holy smokes, who are you?
What?
I think this is Jen.
Okay. What? A flashlight? Never mind who am I. Who are you? What are you doing here?
We're hiding. I'll be there.
Yeah. Okay. You be here. I'll be the run. But yeah, we can't go out.
Yeah, we've got warts.
Yeah, they're secret. Hey, are we all locked in here? Pointless. Utterly pointless. Despite the grave risk I assumed by compromising my creed. The worst has come to pass. All those failed universes are about to rain down upon the earth. Yes, they're entering the upper atmosphere, glowing so prettily as they fall. What an average new universe I shall bring into being this night. And next, we'll be having The Secret of the Secret Warts, the unforgettable origin of the Terror, Rampage on a dude ranch, another new and different She-Hulk, plus the a union of Dr. Angst's band of the Bland, all in the Lowbrow Hunters. All right, so what did you guys think of this issue?
It was absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think it's made me hope that She-Hulk season 2 is weird enough to warrant bringing episodes like this, which I know won't happen, but it's fun to imagine.
I
Yeah.
really
Howard the
hope
Duck would be
that
dope.
Howard the Duck can appear and something like that. Like, I it's kind of sad to me that they've kept Howard the Duck in space, so he can't really interact with any of the other characters yet.
Yeah.
I love what's his name who plays Howard the Duck in the MCU,
Seth Green.
Yeah, Seth Green. I love his performance as Howard the Duck. I would love to see him react to different heroes in the MCU.
It's funny because I've probably seen more of the original actor who played him in the 80s do the voice, but I still I've seen the Guardians movies more times than I've seen Howard the Duck, and the 3 seconds of each movie that he's in still makes me think that's how he should sound. The other guy did a good job, but for the entire movie, I think they were really worried about making him really unlikable, and if he was a little raspier and like deeper, then it would probably not have worked in the 80s as well.
I think as well, like they were trying to be like they couldn't really decide with the 80s film, like, did we really want this to be a film for adults or did we want this to be a film for children?
Yeah,
I think if it were a film for if they went full out on it being a film for adults, they probably would have given it him the deeper voice.
For sure. Yeah, it would have been a very different tone entirely if they just leaned into it. But it's like they don't, like, comic book movies for adults has only recently become a thing.
Yeah, like like in the 80s, like basically all there was The Punisher was the only a R-rated superhero film. But I again, just like last issue, I really enjoyed this. I think this is exactly the kind of ridiculousness that I love and I'm really excited to see how this concludes.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And since apparently the next issue will have Dr. Angst Band of the Bland, we're going to have probably some pretty funny voices for them.
Oh my god. Yes, the spanker was funny, but I couldn't stop laughing at Sitting Bullseye. The like, it's a little bit racist, but also like, what does he do? Like,
I think he's just the Daredevil villain Bullseye, but he just sits down.
The indigenous version of Daredevil's Bullseye. I'd sit down and throw stuff. That sounds like a good time.
Yeah. Yeah. This was a lot of fun. Thank you both for being on here with me to read this comic. Yeah, it's always a great time having you on here, and I appreciate you doing it and taking your time out to do this.
Oh, no problem. It's a blast.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. All right. So I don't think there's really anything else we need to talk about. So thank you everyone for listening. This again is your host, Smash Troy John, with Keith and Annabelle. signing off. Hey everyone, and welcome to the reading room where I'm gonna read you a Hulky or a Shocky comic and tell you my thoughts. It's this episode I'll be reading to you a She-Hulk comic with my co-host Keith, and actually we will not be having Annabelle with us as the voice of She-Hulk this time. We actually have Betsy, aka Gin and Tonics, with us instead. Annabelle is just is really busy lately, so for the next few months I'm going to be asking Betsy to do it instead. How are the two of you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I've had a great weekend.
What did you do?
I just saw okay, so I saw this really underground artist that nobody knows about. Her name is Taylor Swift. I saw her with me and 69,000 of my other closest friends. And it was incredible,
Intimate experience.
It's really small, yeah. So small I could touch her, It was, incredible.
She talked to us for a while. Well, she talked to
I was
everybody,
inside stage where I could barely see any of it. It's okay. It's whatever. I didn't go through the Hunger Games to get a ticket.
What was her best number? What was her best song?
Not to brag, but she did 44, so I don't know if I can pick one.
Oh wow.
What?
44 songs. It was over 3 hours long.
Oh my god.
Just
no
her
wonder
set.
people love her.
Yeah,
Holy
just her set.
shit.
Nice.
44
Oh my
songs.
god. Who was the opener?
Paramore.
Damn.
So
Oh
I
my
also
God,
had a
my friend
Paramore
was nuts.
concert before that. So I'm just
Nice.
I'm a husk of a human.
Yeah, my friend Liz is nuts about Paramore, so that would not that's shocking to me that she didn't go see T Swift for that alone.
Yeah, pretty incredible.
Friends of hers call her T Swift.
Friends of her, just T Swift. I love my ladies,
All right. Well, how are you doing, Keith?
I'm doing good. I'm excited about this thrilling, I want to say conclusion, but it says part 3 of 4. And to me that that is just confusing and interesting, and I'm excited for whatever the hell chapter this might end up being.
Well, I want to say we will be reading Sensational She-Hulk number 16, continuing our She-Hulk meets Howard the Duck storyline. And so this comic, our cover shows She-Hulk and Howard in the Shocky Mobile. And it says Cosmic Squish Principle, I'm guessing.
Cosmic Squish Principle. You haven't heard of this? It's a very important principle in science.
It sounds so scientific.
Yes, this is She-Hulk's Wild Ride, featuring the Jade Giantess and and Howard the Duck.
I like that nickname, the Jade Giantess. That's cool.
I do like that.
And it shows some very interesting looking creatures around the vehicle.
I like the Liberty Spike alien right on the front cover. Very punk rock.
That's dope. Yeah. This feels very 80s, early 90s.
Yes. All right. So as we I will start being the narrator of this, which I think the narrator throughout the whole thing is the critic character.
Oh yeah.
A vault beneath the New Mexico desert. Jennifer Walters ordered herself sealed inside its concrete walls to await the coming of night and the transformation it will bring. The boiling of the blood, the agonizing dissension of bone and
sinew, I think.
Sinew?
Not a common word.
Frenzied rage she meant to endure all these torments alone. Unfortunately, it hasn't worked out that way. And I'm not sure. I think these are the two people that they met in the cave, Keith.
Oh yeah. You want me to do them?
Sure.
Hot wow off the charismometer. Thoroughly excellent. And then I think that's She-Hulk screaming.
Yeah.
Walls, cold, dark walls. She-Hulk hates walls, hates the cold and dark. She-Hulk must be free. All right, I gotta get a little more bass. Ooh.
I like it.
The low brow hunters.
Why have puny humans locked up She-Hulk? She-Hulk will smash puny humans, crush puny humans, sue puny humans for false imprisonment.
That lawyer just
I love
creeping
that.
out just a little bit.
Always.
Awesome.
She-Hulk will tear puny humans' tonsils out and
Excuse me, lady.
what?
You want to get out of here?
Stupid puny mini human. What does it look like She-Hulk wants?
Don't get mad. It's just that Kara and me can, like, help.
Huh? How can stupid puny mini humans smash down if She-Hulk can't? Mini humans try to trick She-Hulk.
No, honest. We can use our secret warts. See, they're atomic from gamma rays. We got. Sorry, I'm just processing that. We got them from playing with the mutant lizards in the desert.
Jason's telling the truth, lady. Really?
She-Hulk doesn't get it. What do warts do?
All kinds of neat stuff. Stand back. Oh, it's the other girl. All kinds of neat stuff. Stand back and we'll show you. On 3, okay? 1, 2, 3. Boosh. Whomp.
I probably should have. Before like having you come on, Betsy. I probably should have told you how ridiculous this She-Hulk and how
Oh, it's an 80s comic. I knew it was gonna be good.
Trapped in some cave. I forgot that
These are
part.
the best.
Yeah.
Door moved. Why do many humans stop pushing?
We get sort of sleepy and sick if we zap too long.
Yeah, and you don't know from sick till you've seen a gamma cookie heave.
Bah, then She-Hulk will finish what many humans started.
Who the hell is that?
Is that, it's
I
what
think
the hell is his
that's the
name?
same people.
No, I think it's outside. I think it's the nerd, and
Oh, yeah.
isn't her name? Isn't that She-Hulk's friend?
Wheezy, I think.
Wheezy,
Maybe?
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
Okay.
Wheezy F, baby.
Brent? I don't know.
I know you'll dislike this idea, Miss Mason. I know it'll seem we're deserting Jennifer, but trust me and run for your life.
So much for puny door. She-Hulk is free.
Glowing lizards. Makes you wonder if the radiation from the gamma bomb tests ever even dropped from lethal to merely toxic.
Howard, it's Jennifer.
Save your breath for the evasive maneuvers. The look in your eyes says it all.
And She-Hulk has broken out of the cave.
I love her outfit.
We were noticing every time that she'd shred some new sweater or something, it would turn into exactly a bikini.
Of course, that's exactly why
Very
you
funny.
don't have muscles on your body. Duh. That's exactly how clothing works. Where are puny Wilcox and old lady?
The Dude Ranch, I bet. Yeah, it's the only place to eat for like 100 miles.
Then She-Hulk and many humans will go there.
Yeah, Niftoid.
I think you are. So you are also supposed to voice this lady. Wheezy?
Am I the old lady?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I can reason with her. We are very close.
No.
Good job.
And She-Hulk will find puny humans and bash them into sticky gobs.
Believe me, Miss Mason, prior relationships don't enter into the equation anymore.
The Gamma Ray Dude Ranch and Spa, a short distance away. Guests gather from dinner in the luxurious Fallout Grill,
That's fine.
and they never made it past the soup course. As we see She-Hulk break through the wall all to where they're supposed to be eating.
She-Hulk wants old lady and puny Wilcox. Give She-Hulk puny humans. She-Hulk wants, or She-Hulk will stomp everybody.
Nice.
She's really scary looking in this one.
She is the gray.
Like-
Gray She-Hulk is terrifying.
I
Yeah.
don't like it.
Apparently,
true.
there's a missile above She-Hulk's head.
Yeah, casual. Yeah, of course.
just-
Why not?
just-
Just casual decor. And then
Gamma
She-Hulk
bar.
will let warty mini humans dance lambada on whatever is left. What does that mean? I was really gonna go with La Bamba. I'm sorry.
La Bamba. Yeah, that's what I would've thought. That's a
What
real
does
word.
that mean?
Give to She-Hulk or get from She-Hulk. Choose.
Better do what she says, Mr. Dickle.
Yeah, she's nice if you're on her side.
These humans put many humans in cave.
Hey, you got this one, John.
Okay. I'm going to assume this is supposed to be the two people who are scared right there.
Yeah,
All right.
I think it's her.
Just based on it's a lady. All right. Not to hurt them. It's cause our customers get shooked or spooked when their warts glow in the dark. See, we sunk a fortune into this place on the government's word. Or the radiation levels were safe and
Too much talk. Give She-Hulk puny Wilcox an old lady now.
but we never heard.
Puny humans lie. Puny humans always lie.
Yeah, the grown-ups anyway.
So She-Hulk will find Wilcox an old lady herself.
Splook. Squish. Kersh,
Even if
crunch.
She-Hulk has to tear down the whole stupid dude ranch.
No big loss, let her rip.
What is behind those doors? Old lady and Wilcox? Huh? Humans can't hide from She-Hulk behind cheap plywood. Empty? No puny Wilcox, no old lady. Only stupid bubble baths. Bubble baths. Too hot in here. Steam feels funny. Make She-Hulk nose itch. Make head foggy. Make knees mushy. What is happening to she?
Did she get a mask?
She what?
A mask? Did she?
I think her
get
like
a mask
mascara,
on?
her like mascara
Okay.
running off maybe.
Yeah.
They were just like really
Oh,
exaggerating.
maybe
it.
being how sweat like that's a steamy room. Okay,
Yeah.
that does make
Okay.
sense. Oh my gosh! Wait, who the hell is that? Which
I don't-
characters?
I don't recognize her.
I think
There's
that's
too
the
many.
guy who was hugging the girl.
Oh yes. That's. Oh, I'll do his voice.
Okay.
Oh God. Oh God. She cleaned over into the natural hot springs. Oh, I think
Yeah,
that's the lady.
Yeah.
The same lady. We can't let her drown. Jed, go in and save her. Now, I couldn't even lift her foot.
Blah 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 blah.
Then and we see she gets smaller in the water.
Here we go. It's that lady again.
Oh, you're alive.
Yeah, and hubba.
About right.
Oh, now she's normal She-Hulk, but she's gray.
Yeah.
Oh. Anybody care to tell me where I am and how I got here?
We'll tell you anything you want. Ma'am. We're real sociable folk. Okay. You're not gonna wreck this place or kill us, are you?
Kill you? Why on earth would I want to do that?
Yeah, you were a lot more fun when you were ugly and berserk.
I think I made her from the Bronx all of a sudden.
Whatever.
A short time later. I think that's the old lady.
Oh, sorry. Jennifer.
worries.
Oh, thank heavens you're all right.
Don't jump to conclusions. Are you all right?
As far as I can tell, except for the change of skin tone, I seem to be back to my normal self. Well, my customary self, anyways. You, no longer want to kill us? No, Brent, I do not. Why does everybody keep asking that? Incidentally, aren't we short a duck? Where's Howard? He refused to come after you. He said to tell you there's always a choice. Understood.
I asked you, why go on living? When was this worth the argonation of the critic's creed? Was it even worth the expenditure of energy and reach this pitiful planet? Next, the action receptacles are failing, and the humans with stupefying predictability have began to poke with lasers, spears, and brawlies, with Uzis, forks and chopsticks, with bagels and baguettes. The non-viable universes they contain are already leaking into this cosmos. In short, my mission has failed. This reality is doomed. What we have here is barely mitigated disaster. As my character of the critic jumps out of a plane.
Yeah. Like all hell breaking loose.
Long Island, the parking lot of the Huggable Women's Health Club. Aerobics instructor, Matilda Von Trump.
Yeah, I can do his voice if you want. You got.
I'll be Tilly.
Sure.
Okay.
Been a long day, hasn't it, Tilly?
Huh?
Leading those lumps of lard in low impact exercise?
Dr. Angst.
I've come to offer you a career alternative, Tilly. A chance to hop on the fast track and join me in ruling the universe.
Nah, I've got a steady job. I earn a decent living. I've achieved the American dream of making it on autopilot. Oh, she probably has an accent. That's no. Should I change it?
Whatever you want to do is fine with me.
Why would I want the burden of making decisions for a whole universe?
Not a problem. I'll handle that part of the job. All you'll have to do is batter people. Virtually whomever you choose.
Yeah. Now that I could get in still. It's been years since I really let loose and pounded some body into mulch.
Then let's make it official.
Right. Tilly the Hun is back.
Did they make her look like a Thundercat?
Yeah, a little bit. Thundercat. Yeah, it almost looks like exactly a Thundercat symbol too on her brooch or whatever.
When did
Wow.
Thundercats made?
Damn.
I need to know who ripped off who.
Before this.
Probably. Spanker's Discipline Journal. Hoboken Monday night. They haven't noticed the van. They haven't noticed anything. She's too spaced. She's too wrapped up in the deal. He's working for the Babosa mob out of Newark. They're testing us, marketing a new poison called Clang. Makes the user's head ring like a fire alarm for 20 minutes and leaves them wanting more. I've seen enough. I throw open the rear doors of the paddle van and make my presence known. Nuisance doesn't cut it with this species of human garbage. I run him down and puts a crimp in a fender but I can live with it. I feel okay. Was that?
I don't know
So,
who's
I
saying
thought
that.
that was supposed to be the critic, but since it was the same kind of text as they've used for the critic, but I think it might be
I think
this.
it's Spanker.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah, the Spanker guy.
And I don't know if this
What?
is
Definitely, probably does
I don't
not
know.
have that same accent.
I don't know if this is the guy he's spanking right now. The ringing head leads to indisciplined thoughts, scum. It's got to be the spanker. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the spanker talking. Do you want us to do his voice?
I can do his voice. A ringing head leads to undisciplined thoughts. Scum. Never, never, never ever sell that stuff again. Go back to school. Learn a trade. Make something of your life.
No, honest, I swear.
Don't lie to me, scum. I'll be watching. Then I hear it. A voice from the of the past.
Spanker. Fred Hovel.
Angst. Tilly.
How would you like to be to discipline a universe?
Somewhere in Iowa. I'll let you do
Ladies
this one.
and you want to
So, yeah,
you want to do... Ladies and gentlemen, Morton Kibbe, the human black hole, will now astonish you with feats of sucking.
yeah,
That is
for me.
so weird.
Watch carefully. Folk, you don't see this every full moon. One day, a grain of dwarf star matter fell from space and embedded itself in my sternum. Once I learned to control its gravity, I could open myself up and suck in just about anything. Like this air conditioner.
Isn't that amazing, folks? Let's have a round of applause. Ew.
Ew.
Eh.
Oh, God, why?
Gross.
Again. No
Fork.
Weak stomachs. Well, don't blame me. I tried to warn you. This act only plays in the East and Deep South. I'll settle for 2 weeks' pay and a bus pass ticket. Homie? I think so. Oh, a home.
Home.
And suppose you didn't have to settle. Suppose I could offer you a future with a future.
What?
Your sideshow career is over, Morty. It's time to reclaim your destiny.
Elsewhere, an extremely elite commando unit prowls the underbush. I'll do this one.
Okay.
Keep
You do the other, you do the other, or whatever the next hero is, Betsy. You go ahead.
Got
Okay.
it.
Sure.
Got him. Hero or
I don't know which one it
anti-hero?
is.
I
Yeah, good point. Anti-hero, I guess.
which I think is this guy actually.
I can't tell. Is it the guy with the glasses? or the
think
guy without
it's-
the glasses?
Um,
Maybe he
I-
saves
yeah.
them. I think he must come along and
maybe.
and yeah. Okay.
All right.
I'll do the second guy. You do the guy with the glasses, and then Betsy will come
Okay.
in and be the guy with the paint.
Okay.
Alright.
Keep me covered. I'm going to try to flush them out. The snakes are up ahead. Flint, just beyond that clearing.
No way, Duke. You're gonna need a backup. I'm coming with you.
You're staying put, and that's in order.
Duke. Wait, which one? Which one of us is Duke? Oh, you're Duke. Okay.
Duke. Lousy vipers, you won't get away with this. Duke and I are a team, and we play to win. Yeah.
No, that's not me. Okay, there you go.
I think that might be.
Is that
maybe.
Umi?
The,
Okay.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think that.
okay.
Go for it.
Ah, zip it and die, you big dummy. Beat it. Go back to Beverly Hills and shoot it out with your spreadsheets. You flunked this survival course.
What?
We don't. I don't even know who that is. Sure, let's go for it.
What? We don't get a second chance.
No, but your instructor does, as at a far more serious enterprise. What? Who? Well, well, well. Ain't this a kick in the buttress?
Sitting bullseye. How would you like to infiltrate and assassinate a universe?
Meanwhile, back at the proving grounds.
So you think my body chemistry has been altered somehow? Probably. Oh, I think it's Howard.
Yeah, I think that's
I
how.
think it's Howard or Brent. It looks like science talk, so it's probably
Yeah,
Brent.
probably.
Probably by the compaction process. Yes, when you first entered the baloneyverse,
And this latest change?
residual gamma radiation in the hot springs, I'd imagine. I just wish somebody'd make some residual scent. Oh wait, is that?
I think that's Howard.
Definitely Howard. Yeah. I just wish somebody makes some residual sense out of this mess.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, go gnaw on a beef jerky.
I prefer something cooked in orange sauce. That sounds pretty good. Wheezy, he's right. For all we've been through, we haven't got a clue to what's going on. And I get the feeling it's a lot bigger than any of us realize.
You want big? The bald guy that dragged my tail feathers into into this claimed the whole universe was in danger. Then he left. Real concerned citizen. Bald guy?
What bald guy? What did he say?
Make up something good now. Oh shit, no, that's not me.
Oh, it's me. Sorry.
Yeah.
Make up something good now.
Please, Mrs. Mason, let him go on. Howard? Nothing to go on about. No name, no phone, and he refused to say what constitutes this alleged threat to all existence. Said it would be a breach of his creed.
What preposterous poppycock. He's lying through his beak, dear. He's desperate to be the center of attention. Maybe. You know, there is a weird kind of meta logic to Howard's story. This business about the universe being in danger is cow chips. Could be related to the object you found in Vermont. It's odd that the hypothetical bald guy dropped the duck on us just as we discovered the universe inside that object. Okay. Oh, I think I read your part. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah,
You did it much quicker than me. And much
Okay. Oh, where's the threat?
I don't know
No,
who the
that's
hell's
not-
talking now.
No idea.
Whoosh. That's all I know. If I was to get that one, I can't answer, Jen. In fact, none of this babble is really meant as answers. I'm just thinking aloud, assessing probabilities. Bad habit acquired from too many nights working alone.
And that's definitely Howard next.
Well, her heart bleeds for you, Wilcox. Or maybe it's her stomach turning. I know, I heard liquid slushing. Gross.
And I
Oh,
think
how
Howard
about-
again.
How about putting on some music before he starts on his tragic childhood?
That's the first sensible thing out of you since. Enough. I'll turn on the radio.
Go for it, John.
Scientists has yet to offer no theory regarding the objects falling from the space ice or the magnetic impulse released ice when they are opened. In other words, in other news, the distraught passengers aboard a New York-bound 747 report the apparent suicide of a bald giant in a tweed sports coat who had stowed away on the outside of the plane.
What?
Actually, I don't think that was supposed to be the critic. I think that was just supposed to be a random person on the radio.
I think it was a news anchor, but does
Yeah.
that mean the critic just is dead? What? I can't tell.
Hope he's not dead.
Skip the apologies. I'll settle for permission to smoke in the car. Oh, he's fine.
All right.
Yeah, there's
I
the sports
admit
coated
it.
bald man.
The leap from the plane was a gross melodramatic indulgence. A fall of 40,000 feet cannot injure a being who traverses galaxies. Ugh. At least not seriously. Now then, where have I landed? Amid a scene of considerable consternation.
Consternation. Yeah, that's a.
It would seem law enforcement, medical personnel, and talk of murder. Most odd. A psychic scan of the immediate vicinity reveals one mind in a state of feverish and excitement. The image is emanating from that mind, however, are literally chaotic. This demands further. Oh, sure, Snork. I've been espied?
I've been espied? Yeah, I don't.
I'm thinking like I've been espied. I don't know why. That's how I read it.
I'll try
I'm guessing it's supposed to be like it's supposed to be like a more elegant way of him saying that I've been spotted.
Yeah, I think so.
I've been
Yeah.
espied. I'm gonna
I'll
start
try to
saying
be
that.
these cops.
Hey, Lieutenant, look what just strolled out of the bushes.
What? You over there, freeze! Freeze!
Unbearably Harkenberg.
I think it's hackneyed.
Oh, hackneyed.
Another word that
Oh.
hasn't been used since 1990.
Literally.
I'll leave them to bark cliches at one another. My business takes me elsewhere.
I'll be the old man.
I'm okay.
Nice.
Huh? What's that?
Greetings, Laszlo Peevesley. Why don't you tell me everything you know about a car crash, a mad dog?
Who are you? How'd you get in here?
Oh, and someone named the Terror.
Who? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just an old man trying to live out his twilight years and quiet. And you're not helping.
Very well, Laszlo. If you refuse to cooperate, I shall take the information I require. Speak to me.
I think she should do this too.
Yeah. Sure.
Old or young, I don't care.
I'm gonna be a little younger.
It was a dark and stormy night, almost 50 years ago. In a secluded cabin in the Catskills, a weird chain of events was about to transpire. An escaped gorilla came in out of the rain to interrupt the secret scientific research of one Professor Storm. That's a cute dog. And the ape
Aw.
attacked, but Storm's faithful dog Rex leaped to his rescue. Something in the little mutt caught fire as he went after the ape. His skull began to glow, and with a ferocity you don't generally see in a beagle mix, he tore out the ape's throat. Rex had saved his master, but at the cost of his own life. Okay, well, Storm was aghast, of course, but he didn't have much time to ruminate. Just then, a car was struck by lightning and rammed into a tree outside.
Damn,
driver-
that's a busy night.
It's a roller coaster.
Yours truly lay in a puddle of blood and mud. I would have died if not for the daring and slightly demented idea that occurred to Storm. He dropped into a gizmo that bombarded my nervous system with high frequency radio waves and shot me with a serum distilled from Rex's brain. He hoped it would endow me with dog's ferocity and will to survive.
It did that much more, as we found out, when two gangsters suddenly barged in. What happened next was astounding. It was just as inexplicable as where the gorilla came from or why Rex's skull glowed.
That definitely looks like Spock.
It really does.
Yeah.
Morbius and Spock had a baby.
Take a breath, by the way. You're welcome.
But it adds to the character, you know?
Yeah, it does. It does. You're right.
All I know is when I sensed the presence of evil, a change came over me, including a change of clothes. Sorry.
It's really funny. Because that'll happen
like the
in
longest
comic
story.
stuff all the time, but to draw attention to it is really funny.
You would only see that happen actually in a She-Hulk comic, but
Really, it's like,
including a change of clothes.
my strength was monstrous, and I was driven by a single, all-consuming urge to rip the evil to shreds, which I did, literally, with tooth and nail and much relish. I like that eyeball flying.
Yeah, really. I love
That
relish.
accomplished, I reverted to my normal self, and the professor had a heart attack and died. That's a saucy little panel.
Whatever.
Sorry.
I'm hungry.
Well, not quite. He lived long enough to tell me about the gorilla and the dog, obviously.
Oh, thank Christ.
I went on to a brief superhero career as the Terror, but after a year or so, the reaction to evil wore off. Until this afternoon, and I can't explain that either.
No matter, I can.
Don't bother, just tell me after hearing that story. Are you going to laugh with me or at me?
At.
Figured as much.
Oh, poor guy.
Somewhere over Kansas.
See, I have to like read ahead to see if he says any sciencey words before I know it's Wilcox. Like, Watchers, I thought I'd heard more or less everything, but a raise of cosmic couch potatoes is almost more than I can swallow. I don't know who this could be.
I'm gonna guess it's Wheezy, because I don't think it would be Howard, because Howard wouldn't say you're bald guy, because he's the only one of them that actually knows the bald guy, it seems.
Yeah, true. Okay, let's try Wheezy. Although she interrupts that person. Maybe it's She-Hulk. I think it's She-Hulk.
Okay, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Except for the goatee and the sport jacket and your bald guy matches the description, then just hide it under your tongue. It's still true. Speaking of swallowing, the cigar smoke is parching my throat. Can we open a window?
Not till Missouri. Sorry, Toots. A deal's a deal.
If that animal calls me Toots one more time, I'll wring his scrawny little neck. Just pretend he's a pushy litigator. If you can tolerate them, you can tolerate anything.
Jen, up ahead! Look out! Whoa!
Good heavens, what is that? Die. You die.
I'm guessing that's the creatures from the
Baloneyverse.
from the that we saw on the cover of her.
Yeah, with the cool mohawk.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Okay. Wow.
Wow.
Fly die. Sly die.
Jump die.
Cheap die.
Leap
Die.
All die.
Die, fall die, all die.
All die.
Should
I repeat
die.
the question? We seem to be
passing.
passing. Oh,
Oh, so I'm not
Sorry.
sure who that is.
I think that's a nerdy guy.
I like
Okay.
it.
We seem to be passing through another universe, Miss Mason. Mrs. Mason. Sorry. One whose governing principle, appears to be suicide.
All die. One of us.
Everybody got some
Alright.
Kool-Aid.
Did you notice this guy's back says "kick me hard"? The guy like right in front of the car. It
Got
says
a rank
"kick me
note on
hard."
him. Yeah, that's the guy with the mohawk you were talking about. Yeah.
I love
What do you
it.
call it? A Liberty Hawk?
This is
Liberty Spikes.
That's what those
Holy
are called.
Spikes. Right.
Holy
I
shit!
like this
Though
little
this
lobster guy.
this is such a dark universe.
Yeah. That guy's
I want to
half
get
lobster.
this guy tattooed on me. I don't know if you get to see it. There we go.
With,
lobster
oh yeah,
guy.
the lobster with one
I want
caramel
him.
arm.
I love that.
He's cute. I like him.
He's
Oh my god.
I like the like squid like Patrick Star on the top left.
That one's pretty adorable, actually. That looks like it could be like a character in something.
I don't like the pink brain guy who's
Yeah,
got
I
like,
was
a
just
little
zooming in
poodle
on this
tail.
guy. He's creepy. I do not like him.
He's got like a little jackknife dive for no reason. It's something we can't see. That's fine.
So, and
Damn.
this is the end of this issue. It says at the bottom that from the writers they said, okay, so we couldn't finish this story in 3 issues, so sue us. Or join us again in 30 days for the conclusion and see 6 new universes. The master plan
Wow.
of Dr. Angst, the battles of New Jersey, a Palisades, and the awful fate of the black hole, plus more. All in the tale we call Acts of Prevelishness.
Yeah, I guess. The peevishness.
Oh,
which
peevishness.
I don't know. That's another thing that hasn't been said since 1990.
Okay.
My God.
So what did you guys think of
Peevish.
this issue?
Holy shit.
I love 80s comics. They're so
yeah.
silly all
Yes,
the time.
yeah.
They're
I
so
know.
goofy. They don't make sense.
Yeah.
The storylines like
I want to see a either a movie or a show from Marvel in live action that feels like these ridiculous, silly 80s comics. I think it would be so fun. Like it would obviously need to be like some sort of like Elseworlds thing, not in the same universe as the MCU, but I think
Unless they had
would
done
be
it with
something
Multiverse of
really
Madness,
cool.
just saying. This is the kind of madness
Exactly.
I wanted to see when I was tuning
yeah,
into
this
something
is what I
called
wanted
that.
What If to be like, but they didn't
Yeah.
give me like fun comic book stories. It was just like depressing or just not good.
It was like, what if the MCU was even more depressing at times?
What if it was bad?
What
Like,
if
here's
we
all the decisions we didn't
What if
make.
we kill Tony Stark 1 billion times?
Literally? What if we
Yeah.
killed everybody?
Thank you for taking the saddest part of the MCU so far and making it happen a bunch of times till it doesn't
Yeah.
mean anything anymore.
Just
What's
on
wrong with it?
repeat until none of us have feelings anymore. Just
Aside from the
fully-
insanity of this comic, I think we found an amazing alternate, let's say, for She-Hulk. My God,
yeah.
Betsy, you killed it.
You
You're
were
doing all
great in
sorts of
this.
voices.
This is how I
Holy
read
shit.
comics when I'm alone. So
I
Nice.
think this is how I
I
have
love
to
it.
read them from now on. They're way more fun.
it's so fun to read them out loud to yourself. I act like I'm like a kindergarten teacher, you know? Everybody needs their own voice.
Yes.
Oh, man.
I like reading the really old ones too, like the very first ones, because they use like some crazy words. And so I'll have some
Yeah.
Sopranos accents going on and be like, the racketeering over here.
Yeah, like in the very first Hulk issue where Gerald Ross is calling people milksops.
That's an incredible insult, and I'm using that. Oh my gosh, that's gonna hurt somebody's feelings.
There has been absolutely 100 words throughout the 3 issues we've read so far that are not said today. They're not common at all, and it's like, what were you doing?
I
to
can't
children in
imagine they were
1990?
even
What
that.
The nerd. This is like the nerds were writing.
They
this
were like,
shit, you
yeah,
know, like-
exactly. It was like, this was before it was for
Yeah.
everybody. This was just for the smart kids. Deal with
Yeah.
it.
Sometimes when I read the like Infinity comics that they have, those are like the Forever Scroll ones. Like they're not done by pages, so you read them on the
Yeah.
like they're meant for online. I'm like, who wrote this? A teenager with a phone? I'm like, come on.
Oh,
I'm like, I need
no.
some funnier dialogue in here.
But
It's just
thank
like, what
you.
was that? Did you see that? Yeah, I did. Obviously.
Wow. Okay.
Thank
well,
you
this
so
sounds
much,
like
outrageous.
Betty, for Etsy for joining us for this. This was so much fun. We really appreciate you coming on for this.
This was a blast. Thank you so much. I'm gonna have to read the rest of the series because I totally
yeah.
forgot to. So I could be totally caught
I
up to
can-
really get the 4th part, you know.
If you'd like, send you the recordings of us reading those ones with Annabelle.
Oh my gosh, please, that'd be great.
yeah.
I want to hear your guys' other voices.
You can let me know how consistent I've made Wilcox and Duck, because Howard has. I don't think I've done Wilcox the same once, but Howard maybe.
Yeah.
Howard he never changes.
I think
but-
the only voice I've done consistently is the critic.
Yeah, for sure.
I like that one. That
We
one's
keep on
funny.
trying.
Dr. Inks also cracks me up.
Yeah.
It's because that's
Dr.
exactly what he would
fun.
sound like. Also, do either of you guys watch Critical Role?
I
Uh,
have watched a few episodes.
Tell
I
me
just
why-
started playing D&D for the first time ever this last year,
Oh my
and
God.
and both of the D&D couple that we play with have said go watch Critical Role. So
Dr. Inks looks like the guy who runs Critical Role, in my opinion.
Oh, wow.
And I mean that in like not a mean way. I mean it in like the nicest way possible.
of course,
You know?
of course.
Oh yeah.
But his little hair, I was like, is that who I think it is?
Oh man.
Oh.
Okay, well,
No.
thank you so much, guys. I hope you have fun with trivia. I can't wait
Oh,
to
yeah.
listen
Thank
because I
you.
need to hear the Irish accent too.
Yeah. Which you know, sometime I have no idea how we could actually make something like this happen. But since and both you, just like me, like D&D, it would be cool sometime try and do like a one-off off like D&D thing as an episode of the podcast.
Oh man, you'd have to do some heavy lifting on that part, man. Because
I
the
would
the
probably
dungeon master on
I would
my
probably
I
end.
have
try
no
to-
idea how to DM.
I would definitely try to have somebody else be the DM. I have no
Okay,
idea how to
okay.
do any of that. Also, I would definitely be wanting to be able to play because I
Yeah.
want to use my half orc paladin character who's basically
Hell yeah.
Hulk.
That'd be incredible.
Yeah.
Do it. Yes, find a dungeon master, and I happily. You know what? I want to play something other than a bard. Everybody before I started playing D&D told me that I should be a bard, and I've had no other experiences. So please, yeah, let's
Yeah,
do it.
I would-
Be a
I'll
rogue.
play
I'm
something.
always
I
a
would
rogue.
definitely
Alright.
ask
Stabby,
like
stabby.
whoever is the DM and for them to try to create a one-off story that is very ridiculous because that's definitely like what fits on our podcast.
That's every
I bet.
D&D story.
Hmm.
I just
Yeah.
played one with
Oh, yeah.
dragonborn people, so
Like
that was
I
insane.
don't like I'm definitely like so much more or into D&D games when the people I'm playing with they're willing to let it be ridiculous and not just they're like we have to be super serious the whole time.
Oh yeah, if you take it
Yeah.
too serious, there's no fun
like,
at
no.
all. The group I've been playing with since last July, I think we meet once a month, and none of us are experienced
yeah.
at it. So we were all
I-
like, if this is too serious, we're not gonna.
Yeah, like
We
I
don't know
have
what we're doing. Yeah.
like I have more fun like actually doing like the role playing when we're like in a town or in a like a like bar than doing any of the fighting in the game. Like
Yeah, yeah.
it's so
There's
much
a
more
lot-
fun getting to do
Yeah.
the role play.
There's a lot of good character building going on when you just get
Yeah.
to just play for fun.
Yeah,
and-
like,
Exactly.
something, yeah.
Like I love like in some of my previous campaigns and it's like I was like the only good character in it, so I would I would be like trying to watch the other characters to make sure they don't do anything evil, and then like if they do something evil, I'm going to own since I'm a half orc I'm just going to pick them up and just hold them. They can't you're not gonna do this now.
Like, you can't do anything. It's called air jail. You're
Yeah.
just in air jail. You've been suspended.
What
Sorry
I
about it.
really like doing is like is particularly if a character is really short, or I will grab them and hang them over my shoulder, make sure that they are low enough that they are right in front of my butt so I can fart in their face.
Incredible. That's your punishment.
Yes.
You get this. I am so glad that you're only what 6'11". What? How tall are you?
I mean I'm 6'3" in real life. My character is closer to 6'11" in the game.
Nice.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening. This again is your host, Smash Trivia John, with Keith and Betsy signing off. Welcome everyone to the reading room where I'm gonna read you a hulky or a shocky comic and tell you my thoughts. This episode, I'll be reading to you a She-Hulk comic with my co-host Keith. How you doing, Keith?
I'm doing good, John. Ready for some Howardy Duckness. That's what
Good.
people say, right?
And we also have Betsy, aka Gin Tonics, with us. How you doing, Betsy?
I'm doing great. I'm ready to read some weird 80s comic books.
Nice. So this comic we're reading is going to be Sensational She-Hulk number 17, finishing our She-Hulk meets Howard the Duck storyline. All right, so I'm going to share my screen to and with the comic on it. Where? There we go.
Obligatory sounds people make while doing things.
All right, so the cover for this comic, we see all of the random ass villains from the so we met last issue, who flying down out on fans, I guess, to fight She-Hulk.
Everybody's got a go gadget helicopter hat, I guess.
Yeah.
Or headband.
I guess.
Awesome.
I know, it just looks like they're coming like straight out of their heads.
Heads up.
Like a little Lego add-on.
I'm
gonna give myself one.
How I did Howard and Wilcox's voice. I don't remember any of these motherfuckers' voices, and I don't.
That's all right. I don't think.
I love it.
Anyone's
I
gonna
think it's the best part.
care.
Cool.
I know this is an audio medium, but I gave myself I tried to give myself a bun that looks like the little wheel things. It's not really straight. It was an attempt.
You need like a simple. You need like a little disc or like the top of a coffee can or something.
Yes.
All right. I don't think with this cover what She-Hulk and Howard are doing have anything to do with what the rest of it. I think they're, I guess just Howard is, I think, trying to warn her, but for some reason can't speak English.
He's saying "wug."
I don't know. Somebody looking panicked and pointing their finger. Jennifer. Context clues. Somebody's pointing and screaming. Always look where they're pointing and screaming.
Well, and
someone says "heads up." I don't duck. That's what
this is my mood. This
This,
little pink one on the bottom that looks like a poodle. That looks like a poodle. I like that.
This is acts of peevishness. Peevishness, maybe? Yeah.
I guess they're peeved. She's peeved.
They really pulled out their thesaurus for comic books back in the day. They're like a lot. They're like a lot simpler to read now. I'm like, what? I don't know what that word means anymore.
And we have I can't tell if these are supposed to be particular people or if they're just randoms. So I'll say it's like cry, die, sly, die, square root of pi, die.
That's awesome.
And,
blow die, slow die.
Bo doesn't know die.
Slow die. It's a little Dr. Seuss intro.
Oh, and She-Hulk looks like she turned into Gray She-Hulk again.
Yeah, she's
Either-
looking a little teal.
Either that or it's supposed to be just like something stylish for this panel, since every other character in the panel has different colors too.
True. Yeah, every character looks really like they chose one for that day.
So one of the characters that's like literally getting hit by the car looks to me like it's Frogman, or Leapfrog as he was called in the on the She-Hulk show.
Leapfrog. Ribbit and Rip It. Great character.
Sorry, I'm looking. There's too much going on. And this is giving me anxiety, but it's okay. Then we got like a Tony the Tiger up in the corner. We got a little poodle.
Yeah.
Front and center, we got a lot going on. Not gonna question it.
It seems like this panel is a furry's paradise.
Truly, it's like half human, half animal, everything.
And
I
that
feel like I'm at
tiger
Comic-Con.
That tiger has hooves, which I love.
Oh man. Oh.
There's too much going on. Where's this crossbreeding happening? I need to know. We have to shut it down.
It's happening at FurryCon. It's the best of both worlds. You go there. There's a reason they rent out a whole hotel to do that.
I'm going to the next one. There's one here every year I'm going.
Okay.
I need to know what it's like.
Yeah, but, that makes me wonder: is FurryCon just a giant orgy?
That's what I've heard.
Yes,
I've
that
heard
there's
it's
a lot
quite
of
sexual.
extracurricular activities going on.
People meet their partners for life at FurryCon. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you gotta go where nobody's gonna yuck your yum.
I think
It's like the most accepting place ever.
one of these
I like that phrase.
characters looks like it might be like a blue devil and is wearing bunny slippers.
Oh my god!
like
I just
it.
saw the slippers.
I like the blue one wearing tennis shoes.
Yep.
And then we just got a lot of bare feet. Just okay, free feet. Toes out. Mud dogs
Yep.
are out.
Pink socks on the one guy who's flying over the top.
Yeah, these little
One-
puffy shoes on the guy in the middle.
One
Little
cre-
pom poms.
One
Yep.
creature looks like it only has 2 toes.
Oh,
Yikes. How does it
Yep.
run?
Carefully.
Look at the little red one just chilling at the bottom. Just
Yeah, just
chillaxing.
lounging. Yep.
It's like good luck.
Actually looks
Call me if you
I
need me.
think that yellow one on or not yellow red one at the bottom on it's just chilly. Based on the head, I think that might be the critic character.
Oh, that'd be sick.
That'd be
Just to
interesting.
make a little cameo on here. That's
He does
nice.
look the most human out of all of them.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You can't really see any real weird features.
All right.
You
Is
have-
that the? So does Betsy say the Shulky line there?
Yes.
Wheezy. And then
Oh, there's one already
there's-
here. Okay.
yeah.
I know, and I don't know that that's the last thing we saw her doing. I'm so confused. All right.
Wheeze, take the wheel. I'm going to clear off the hood.
Nice.
Moments ago, She-Hulk, Wheezy, Mason, Howard the Duck, and Professor Brent Wilcox were flying over Kansas. Then, without warning, the amber waves of grain vanished, and to be replaced by a universe whose governing principle appears to be suicide.
Damn.
I love an America the Beautiful Easter egg in a comic book. It's beautiful. What'll it be, fellas? Up or down?
Toe die. Oh, die. We gotta go die.
Okay. Your universe, your choice. Far be it from me to violate the Prime Directive.
Thanks, die. Why die? Ham and cheese on rye die.
Brett, how do we get out of this place? Are we trapped in here or what?
I don't know, Jen. I'm not even sure where we are. Or relative to our own world, I mean. If you want my best guess, this is another Encroachiverse, like the Cold Cuts, Cosmo. Remember what we heard on the radio about those objects dropping from the sky?
Speaking of which, Betsy, have you gone back and read the first 2 parts of this?
You didn't
So,
know what the Cold Cosmos.
in those, we went to a universe full of cold cuts.
Was it called the
just-
Baloneyverse?
yeah, the Baloneyverse. Or it's just deli meat everywhere.
Baloneyverse.
Giant
Baloneyverse.
Monsters
pieces of deli meat.
That's
These
incredible.
weird monsters.
Honestly,
like
my
a lot
worst
of
nightmare. I truly meant to. I'm very sorry. I will go back and read it
No, it's
today.
all right.
It's been a lot since the last episode.
It's actually all right. I just wanted. I was wondering.
But now I'm
No.
interested in a Baloneyverse.
Yeah, right.
Okay, sorry.
It's pretty creative. It is.
Those things could be more of the compaction devices like the one you found in Vermont. The universes they contain might have escaped somehow, and we could be flying through one of them. Ahem. There's a slight problem with your theory, genius. What? How could one universe exist inside another one? Let alone all the universes in all those compaction things. Well, they couldn't, obviously not for very long. As they expand, they impact and eventually squish one another, and our own universe, of course, out of existence.
Jennifer, hold tight, dear. Steep, climb coming up. Oh God, who is that?
Yeah, let's squint. Let's all squint and look really hard. I would guess it might still be Wheezy.
Okay. No, wait.
It's definitely either Wheezy or it's Wilcox because I don't see the other characters talking like that.
Yeah, true. I'll try Wilcox and then maybe Wheezy is the next two. Otherwise, we'll be the first auto accident at the top of the Gateway Arch.
Oh, am I Wheezy?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
I already forgot the names. I'm so sorry. I just
It's
know
all
She-Hulk.
right,
I know
all
She-Hulk
right.
and Howard Duck. Like I got the
It's
two
all
names.
right.
The arch, but that's impossible. If that's the Mississippi River we've crossed, all of Kansas and Missouri in under 5 minutes.
It's the squish principle. The whole universe is getting smaller.
But that can't be.
Oh, no. Take a gander ahead, where Illinois used to be. Bombs dropping. Don't worry. World dying. Be happy. I don't know if that's him still talking. I assume not. Though.
Don't worry.
I don't know. You go ahead with John with all those non-prompted
Oh God.
bubbles.
Oh God.
It's a don't worry, be happy verse.
Bombs dropping. Don't worry. The world's dying. Be happy. Air poison. Don't worry. Water filthy. Be happy. Jeans glowing. Don't worry. All homeless. Be happy. All rubble. Don't worry. All lies. Be happy.
Keith, is that what it looks like when you look at us living in the United States?
Yes.
You're
It's
just like,
totally Illinois.
they're still partying for how bad it is. Good on them, you know?
It's a party. I'll still visit.
It's Margaritaville, okay? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. And that
That's right.
somewhere is here.
No ozone. Don't worry. Then acid. Be happy. Hey, I'm happy. Don't worry.
I think
I don't know
that's
who this could be.
me. Thank heavens.
Sure.
It sounds like what she would say.
Yeah.
Thank heavens that's over, but oh dear, there's another one up ahead. You can smell it already.
Small wonder, Toots. It's a trashiverse. Looks like its only products are garbage and supermarket tabloids.
That's my brain.
Ugh, I'm so engrossed with the Trumps, aren't you? Ew.
Wow, that's fucking funny.
Oh my!
So
The
funny.
Donald.
bubble.
The Donald is my role model.
We picked a 1990 comic book of She-Hulk, and the Trumps are still being talked to. Isn't that sad?
Low-key, why is this like? Why is he's revered only by the people of the garbage verse, the trashiverse?
There you go. There we go.
It
Something
says
to be said about
don't it?
that.
Something to be in the Howard voice.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
Toots.
Oh man. And there's a bunch of newspapers flying everywhere that I don't even there a lot of text is too small for us to be able to read.
Two-headed Trump.
God. One
It's very
Trump is
funny.
bad enough.
Oh my god, could you imagine if he had 2 mouths? Oh,
Oh,
kill
dear
me.
God.
One says, diet away that extra head in 2 days. There's a way to kill your extra head if you eat the right ramen.
Oh God.
Mother eats 2-headed alien to save her son.
Can't read the rest.
Ivana,
Ivana, that's funny. That's a deep cut in the Trump verse.
I know it just says Ivana and then it just says the Donald up here. Oh yeah, you guys can't
Donald.
zoom in. I'm sorry.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Sorry.
The Dodge odds hurdles on through the a succession of expanding, encroaching verses. A cosmos of cyclopeans and with camcorders for brains, where life is spent in an endless loop of interviews, and every being is his own talk show.
Wow.
Wow, that is an interesting universe.
It sounds like 2021 at least.
And there's a tiger.
Oh, there's a tiger. That's nice. It made a reappearance.
A saber-toothed tiger.
Yeah, seriously. Damn.
Oh,
Or
man.
it has an
Extinct
overbite.
ones.
Shit.
And the also that also shows the a little bit of the next universe, which is the Gnarls.
I think it's Narcissiverse.
Narcissiverse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Based on the
But-
bubble that
Trumpians.
you'll scroll to, I think that makes sense.
Oh, goody.
Where exist? Oh wait, where free floating strangers are linked in perpetual cover stations, station without content. Where existence is a hero marathon full of sweat and fury and looking good. And when you hit the wall, you fall and get eaten.
Damn.
And the next universe is Let's Party, the 976 verse. Do you guys know what 976 is like a reference to?
No idea.
I'm guessing it must be some kind of reference to
Probably.
maybe 1976
Oh,
with these
wow.
words like groovy, groovy feels maybe wrong that time period may.
I'm googling it.
Maybe it's Earth 976.
Huh?
Because there's multiple. My first thought was 8675309, but it's 976, not 867. So
I've got.
I like
a
this one. I
Wikipedia
wanna go to
article
this
called
first. It looks
976 Evil. 976
Ugh.
Evil is a 1988 horror film
I
directed by Robert Englund and co-written by Brian Helgeson. That it seems to be a number, a number related to evil, but I don't understand why. Yeah, maybe somebody listening could give us a clue as to what the hell 976 means.
I definitely agree, Betsy. I would definitely like to go to
Look for
this
the beast.
universe.
I just want to float on a rock, you know?
What do you like more, groovy guys?
I would say
976
the naked women.
Ah, yes. Well, your horniness
Or
makes
two,
it-
but
it makes
I wasn't just gonna say it, but
Do you want me to do the voices?
pink
for all
clouds,
these-
you know.
Sure,
Or
yeah, sure.
girls.
Do the
Tonight it's
Please.
aerobic surfing and holistic frog licking. Is Robin dead yet? What the fuck?
That's interesting.
Here, you can do the yellow.
Yeah. Filling the void of one another's lives with more void.
Ooh, you're illiterate. Me too.
Kids, get your parents. Permission and before you call.
Are you into vinyl worship?
Oh, I think I know what the number is supposed to be. I'm guessing it's supposed to be like a number, or maybe that was active at the time for a sex X line.
I'm thinking that it makes sense because the movie called 976-Evil is about like what happens if you call this number. Yeah.
That makes sense.
And 976, and I looked up 976 significance. It says numbers starting with 900, 906, 909, or 976 are premium rate numbers. So it's like a sex line. It must have been like
Okay.
one of the first
Yeah.
like popular
Oh,
sex
got
lines.
Interesting.
it.
Yeah.
Surprised that Marvel Comics would reference a sex line.
If only we knew the degenerates of 1990, they would have known that immediately.
No, I think the first person who talks is Howard.
Okay. Oh, it is his signature. Whoa. Whoa. Is that it? Or are we out of it? I feel like I just spent 2 weeks trapped in Pee Wee Herman's mind. Smart. That must have been after the sex theater scandal.
Yeah. That street below looks fairly normal.
I think that's She-Hulk next
Yeah.
at the bottom there.
Oh, was she still in the car? Oh my god, sorry. I
Yeah,
can't
she's
see who's
back
in the car, so I got lost.
Yeah.
I know. They
Sounds
don't
good.
give us any context clues.
I know, I'm like, what's going on? No such luck, Wheeze. Look again at the people.
Moon has a face.
Oh my goodness. Except for the police, they all have the same face. We're flying through I don't know if I can even attempt to say that word.
Yeah,
Norigaverse? I thought it said
I have
Norwegian.
no-
And I thought that was funnier.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Let's go with Norwegian verse
Yeah.
because you ever
Maybe
been in
they're
Norwegian?
Well,
Norway? All
Yeah.
look the same.
Okay, it says that they all have the same face, but look,
Yeah.
not everyone here has the same face. You have
people have
one
pineapples.
one person, yeah, you have pineapple head people, and then one person who looks like Coulson.
Well, he's the police.
It does
Yeah,
look
he's
like
the only-
Coulson.
It does look a lot like Coulson.
I'm gonna be a pineapple person.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm like, why is the caption not even reference the fact that it's pineapple people?
Even the moon has the same
Noriega.
face.
Manuel Antonio Noriega is what they're talking about.
Noriega
Former military leader of Panama. Manuel
Oh, that's
Noriega.
funny. That's funny that they all have his face. I would not have gotten that. I thought it was supposed to be like
That's such a
describing the
doppelganger.
same word, like doppelganger
That's
verse,
so
you know?
dated. It's so
That is so
specific.
dated. Oh, we love
Panamanian dictator and politician and military officer who was the de facto ruler of Panama from 1983 to 1989.
That's
Thank you,
incredible.
Wikipedia.
I love how they're like, let's have the most niche news thing ever happen in our comic.
Yeah.
So I'll
wanna do
voice.
Coulson?
Sure. I don't even know what voice I should do for this.
Do Coulson. Do your best Coulson impression.
Crossing.
you don't-
I,
I know you don't
don't
do
know
that.
how I would be able to do that exactly. That's a
Just sound even whiter.
Yeah, make your voice mousy.
crossing the street gotta be a pertinent left, and right for cars and up for helicopters.
Nice. That was good.
That's pretty good.
Oh man. Which that's definitely is the police because I can see a police baton on his side.
Yeah. And they said that's the only people that don't look like Noriega.
Mhm. Yeah.
Weird. I think that's it, Jen. We're back in our universe. The question is where? I'm gonna just assume that was Wilcox. Check the trip meter. Maybe we can fig. Never. Forget it. I mentioned it. Forget I mentioned it. I assume this could be Wilcox. This could be Shulky. The computer
Yeah,
must
one
be
of
on the fritz. We can't have traveled that far. On the other hand, Jesus, the mileage works out a little over 10 times the circumference of the globe.
Hmm.
Why he sounds like just a nerdy Howard the Duck now. Of course, we're talking about.
He's also
squish
gained a New York
miles.
accent.
Yeah. Squish miles and probably compressed time as well. The computer is objective about these things. We're not.
Bong, bong, bong.
No offense, Brent, but we're rather desperately in need of someone who can do more than theorize about this stuff. We need to find Howard's mysterious bald guy. Everybody has bald guy.
Oh, the critic, yeah.
Which even though the captions did not mention it, for those who are listening, we are at Big Ben in Britain.
Yes,
You
they're flying around
certainly-
Big Ben like Harry
Yeah.
Potter in a car.
Woo! Yeah, true. Damn, good times. You certainly won't hear any objection from me, but
Uh,
up what? Out the window, genius. Look.
This is lunacy. The Atlantic Ocean, Ireland, Wales, west of England have been squished out of existence. What does that mean? Have all the people in those places been squashed to death?
Difficult to say. They may simply be compressed. Like the beings in those other universes before, they began to expand. Manhattan's getting squished also. The buildings are moving closer and closer together.
This is all reminding me of the quantum realm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to set us down on the Jersey Palisades.
Connecticut. Right. Mystic Meadows, home for the elderly. So, I have no idea which person's talking here of the two, but
I think this is so. I mean, I could do the guy in the wheelchair if you want.
yeah.
Is he in a wheelchair?
I'm guessing the guy in the wheelchair is the person who's saying I am the first one.
So then everybody in the universe could die?
Yes, that's 15.
I don't believe this. I don't believe this. You must be more senile than I am. The world's coming to an end, and because of some moronic creed, you make me play Zoe questions. No, that's 20. You make me play 20 questions to find out what I'm supposed to do.
You cannot comprehend the penalty for even that minor. Oh, skang it. This is asinine. You're right.
I am? It is?
Yes. When
True.
all this is over, I shall consult the manual for a solution. In the interim, in for a penny, A for a pound.
Freeze!
Freeze. Look at that. Look at us, Keith. Sounded like more than one person.
That's perfect. That's a group of cops for sure.
It's a gaggle of cops. Manhattan keeps getting shorter and narrower, but the squish seems to stop at the river. Jersey isn't affected. Why?
Well, it's possible that, save that hypothesis, genius. The authoritative source is about to arrive. Cosmic bald guy incoming at 1 o'clock.
And we're to our ridiculous set of villains.
Yep.
Oh, zoinks.
This square block of Manhattan is one of only 5 places in the universe which my spell has exempted from the squish.
Yeah. What are the other 4?
Henderson,
I can't remember the accent I
Nevada.
did.
That's good. Henderson, Nevada, El Segundo, California, and most of New Jersey. And the planet Squazzle in the Badoon sector, a world that specializes in the manufacture of doorstops. The matrix of the new universe will form about those locus points. Locus? The dullest places in all of what currently comprises existence. Behold my creation, the Insipiverse, the quintessential distillation of cosmic tedium, a universe of all-pervasive spiritual torpor, aesthetic monotony, and intellectual inertia. A universe over which we shall exercise total domination.
I want his sorcerer shirt really bad that just says sorcerer with an arrow pointing up.
I love that.
Oh my god, he's still talking.
I'm cosplaying now. I'm so sorry.
A universe which all other godlings will shun. For what immortal would cross a rainbow bridge or descend from Olympus to visit a toxic waste dump?
Sounds hot, but what do we do while we're waiting for this matrix?
I hoped you would ask. These 6 beings constitute the only threat to the success of my plans. If you need something to do, why not wipe them out? Particularly the duck, who put all of us in prison. Lo, those 14 years ago.
Yeah, I always wondered if the She-Hulk's as tough as she's cracked up to be.
Dibs on the dad die.
There's a race to the button.
They all appear undisciplined.
Go for it, Betsy.
Heck, with that, I want to suck into Dodge.
What the hell does that even mean?
Oh yeah, he's the whole.
I don't know. I'm so scared.
Like
All the cars a Dodge. Okay.
I'm gonna suck in.
It's like, what does he mean by that? Is
Go
he,
then,
you know?
prize.
Oh, go then, cries Dr. Hanks. I'm doing your job, John. Sorry.
Whatever.
Cries
Oh.
Dr. Hanks.
I summon the hoary haberdashery of Vitoli to whisk you on your journey. Hooray.
Does anybody want to get hoary haberdashery shirts with me?
I mean, yeah, let's make them.
I guess, sure. No idea what that is, but okay.
Interesting spelling.
And the planet Spazglazel, decisively dubbed the doorstep of the universe, of the galaxy. Within my sensory range, those are the only regions unaffected. Why do you ask?
For one thing, it stands to reason that whoever's responsible wouldn't squish himself. So he's probably in one of those 5 places.
And they got anything else in common?
Apart from their unrelenting dreariness, is no. They are, to put it charitably, simply 5 of the most mundane spots in all the firmament.
Angst.
We are all distressed, foul. If you cannot contribute to the discussion, do not burden us with your emotional.
Why, it's a proper name, you cosmic bozoid. Dr. Angst, self-styled master of mundane mysticism.
A sorcerer?
I don't know who
That
is.
hadn't occurred to me. Magic is one of the few means by which he could cloak himself from my physionic scan.
Uh-oh, evil coming again. I can feel it. Arf. This can't be the last one.
I'm
I
thinking
have
they
no
did a
idea
fifth.
who that.
Is this a 5th or 4th piece? I can't remember.
This is supposed to be the last one. On the next issue does not say it features Howard the Duck in it, so I think
Okay.
this is the last one.
Okay, I'll do the newsflash if you want.
Yeah. Sure.
Newsflash, Reflector Head. He hid us from you too.
I have no idea what that means. That doesn't sound like a news person.
Why?
Who the devil?
The minions of this Dr. Angst, apparently, but they have reckoned without my belated abrogation of the Critics' Creed. Their abilities are playun, aside such power as I possess.
I don't know. You guys go ahead.
It's coming out of Smiley Face's legs, so I'd say him.
Yeah.
So you go,
Spanker,
John.
right?
Okay.
You're Mr. Smiley Face.
Okay. Don't bet your face on it, pal.
Is that
To use all that power, you gotta be here. Ain't you gonna?
No, you generate a singularity field. My powers don't work. Yep, you got it. Wait,
Don't look.
what's
Yeah.
that?
it's the whole guy. It's the guy that
Okay.
she was just, yeah. You go ahead.
They just
Vince.
just like sucked him in. Incredible. That's it, boys. The large kahuna is in absentia. What does that mean? Let's give him a workout. Fine by me. I'll be Jane Fonda and you can be the cellulite. Oh.
Yo,
Yo, where's the guy in the wheelchair?
Come here, Dodge. I would also like to do that. That's what he said he wanted to do. He said, I'm gonna get that big hunk of metal in this belly.
He's a whole of his word.
Fat chance. You'll pardon the pun.
Yeah.
Is she making a pun on the fact that she herself is overweight?
Well, it's not
That's
about Jen.
That's a weird joke.
It is. She's very self-aware. That's good. It's good to know your own. Be true to yourself.
She's like, I'm big. I gotta be, you know?
Hey, like Ursula.
Well, that was painful, but why? Wait, her boss is a sorcerer? The mace could be enchanted? More or less like Thor's hammer. Gah.
Yeah.
When they ask you who split your skull like a ripe melon, tell them Tilly the Hun. Ah, rats. I missed.
Yeah, well, some days you eat the bear. Ugh.
You're mine, woman.
Boy, is he gonna live to regret that.
Drug pushers, thieves, muggers, grafters. I've disciplined them all. But dirty old ladies are my favorite.
Oh.
Shame on you.
He's just spanking her with a paddle.
That's like a flirtatious tenny popper.
Teeny popper.
Ow!
God.
Yeah.
I don't want to dress as the spanker though for a Comic-Con. That'd be so much fun. The religious trauma's coming out.
It's a rarity.
Oh, God.
That crazy old broad's been on the case from the minute we met. She probably deserves a good whacking.
Ha 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 ha.
On the other hand, Spanker's enjoying this way too much.
That's awesome.
Glad to hear it. I got news for you, Mr. Big Shot Villain. A couple of decades and the law of gravity may have taken their toll on these old bones, but this former blonde phantom still has her mean left uppercut. Good for her.
Whoa. Fascinating. A living singularity. Something strangely familiar about this phenomenon.
Yeah, all right. One Finnan.
He's taking his time with that dodge. Oh,
Reckon the guy's no challenge. Didn't expect it would be. This is a test of nerve. Have I got the cold heart to jam a shiv up an old man's nose for no reason? Without the cold still inside. Huh? Where? You're armed? Oh, that's not. Sorry. That's a different guy.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, who the hell is this guy?
I think he's new. There's another one.
I mean, maybe. Oh, maybe he's the bald guy. I don't know. Anyways,
No.
he's back. Whoever he is.
But instead of
Looks like
course,
Dracula.
your kill, you found terror. Die, paramilitary pig. Die, ideological dinosaur.
That's no geezer's dying whimper. That's sitting bullseye in agony. Aw.
Oh.
Can't even handle a septuagenarian in a wheelchair, huh? What is that? I'm gonna need to look it up.
I think
No wonder I've never heard of you, any of you.
I think if I remember right, that that guy in the eye that we just saw I think that's sign that the guy in the wheelchair turns into or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I
cool.
guess he's a vampire.
Yeah, I think so.
Septuagenarian. Okay. I'm just gonna look that up on Marvel because I'm curious.
It probably means like
Okay.
a guy in his 70s. I bet. I get
God,
it. I bet
I'm gonna
it
be so
does.
mad.
Because octogenarian, I think, means 80s, and I've heard that word way more.
Oh, okay.
But I've never seen
that makes sense.
septuagenarian.
Okay. No wonder I've never heard of any of you. Give me that. Oh, believe me, I fully intend to. You skinny little skinny. Jeez, after a compliment like that, I don't even want to hit you anymore. But I'll force myself.
Boom.
She-Hulk hits a Nazi.
Nice.
My mood right now.
that hair didn't really stay. Did it?
It did not. Faulty wiring.
Oh, no.
Wave hi to Princess Di for me.
Oh.
Bong, bong. Crash. Boom. Eep. As the Nazi lady gets thrown into Big Ben.
The best.
That's it. I've got it. Jen, this guy's sucking power is an analog to the compaction process. If we could control it, we could suck the universes into him.
Hey, Leo.
We'll hold him for you, dear. Unplug his
I'll admit.
unplug his cavity.
Yeah, unplug that cavity. I'll admit, you've got an intriguing concept here, but how are you gonna make him suck anything against his will? Oh.
Brute force. She-Hulk, get behind him. Stretch the cavity wide open. Use both hands.
We are 13 again.
And in 1990, I actually
Got
was.
it. Now what?
First, I must get free of the singularity force. Then I'll show you a trick.
Ooh, magic.
My powers shall reach out to gather up all the fallen compaction modules and the non-visible universes leaking from them, and draw them down to this costumed Dillard's event horizon. The grandest aspiration was to ingest a Dodge. An ambition as limited as his imagination. This experience should serve to broaden his perspective. Suck hot cosmos, Suge.
Ugh.
What a revolting way to save the universe.
How can you be sure he won't spew them out again?
Leave that to me, young lady. In the meantime, bask in the knowledge that your bravura. I do not know how to pronounce that.
Bravura performance.
Bravura performance in this final act redeems your earlier lack of direction and earns you 3.5 stars. Did it?
I wish I could burp on command.
Wow! What happened? Did I black out or something? I could have sworn we were something.
Why do I feel sick?
Oh my gosh, Jennifer, you're green again.
And I feel like I've just done 2 years worth of isometrics for the pectorals. Something did happen. There was somebody else here, but I can't remember who or what. Do you all have the same feeling I do? That the danger is past and things are back to normal?
What a great way to wrap up. Oh, wait a minute.
So did the critic make their memories disappear or something?
I think they were just feeling so out of place beforehand.
Yeah. Now, can I get a lift back to Cleveland?
And in Manhattan?
Weren't we just about to go somewhere for some reason? I think I already had been.
Where's Black Hole? Induced selective amnesia. The solution prescribed in the manual for instances in which the ancient sacred oath must be broken. It is a cheat, of course, and its use lowers even the most profound of ordeals to the level of a Shaggy Dog story. Nevertheless, when one is constrained and by an oath that was decrepit when the stars were young, it is sometimes the only available option. And we find that he is sitting on Black Hole.
Oh, I might be able to do the burp.
Giving me Willy Wonka vibes.
So I accept my role as a cosmic plot device. As the manual says, such is show business. The end.
Woohoo!
That's incredible.
Damn.
I love that they were
Okay.
just allowed to be like, you know what? We have actually
I-
no answer to how to fix this.
I love this reference at the end. Crisis management of infinite Earths.
I know that book is pretty
True.
funny. I'm like, where do I get one?
That's, I wonder how DC reacted to see that they made a joke on the Crisis on Infinite Earths comic.
I would love to see the She-Hulk series, the MCU's She-Hulk series, go so long, so many seasons, that they would do and adapt this comic
God.
saga, because
That'd be
they
the
can make a
best.
whole
No.
6 to 9 episodes
The
about.
one
They really
thing
can.
though that I feel like I do kind of feel like there should have been one more comic issue for this because this did feel like a very quick ending.
Oh
and
yeah,
I don't think that they ever actually fought Dr. Angst.
we don't know. Yeah, exactly. They rushed through that. The Dr. Angst buildup was so
Like,
long.
Dr. Angst sent all the rest of his team off to fight him, but he didn't go with them.
Mhm. I don't know why.
So that
Maybe he's a coward.
that's interesting.
Maybe he has angst about it.
But I
Got anxiety.
loved
Can't
this
leave the
storyline.
house.
This was such a fun storyline.
It was awesome.
What I've read of
I-
it, incredible. I love a
Yeah.
weird 80s comic.
I would take
Oh,
a
yeah.
whole season of She-Hulk and Howard the Duck together. Like that. I know that's 9 episodes, and
yeah.
you probably only need them for like 3. But
Now,
take
that's what I miss about.
Would-
3-episode run. I don't know if I need Howard that much. Unless
Now-
you're doing the voice.
Would
I need a
you-
smoky, like, actual voice.
Yeah, I would love to see. Like it's just the sad thing about the MCU TV shows is they seem so like they put so much money into them that you know you're not going to get a season on this. It's going to be on all the like top tier. We got to get this character, and they're going to judge it on like, okay, here's the importance level, and you know Howard the Duck is low on that, which sucks.
I think
Yeah, I kind of wish we got, like, a Netflix, like, She-Hulk
I
show,
don't-
like, 8 years
Yeah.
ago.
the reason I don't think
Crank
we
that
could
shit
get
out.
we could ever get this storyline on is because I think sadly a lot of MCU fans would not be able to handle a story like this because they have a problem with a show treating continuity as it's as sign as fluid for some reason. Like they think that preserving the continuity must be important at all costs. Which is part of why a lot of people complained about the She-Hulk finale. So I don't see
Yeah.
them being willing to do something this crazy because it'll anger too many people.
Yeah, I see that pissing
True.
people off. Erasing everything too. Like there'd be like my favorite thing about a show. Like I grew up watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer. You could do a whole episode that would be the standout episode of the season, and then have everyone's memory erased by the end of the episode. No one would remember it ever again. But that would be people's favorite. And it's just like you never need to bother with
And
continuity with
But the
that.
sad thing,
Yeah.
is you can't do things like that now because people just complain that it's filler.
Yeah, they're like, oh, that didn't mean anything for us, or that didn't mean anything long term. I get that.
Yeah.
I don't agree with them, but I get why they'd be upset.
Mm-hmm.
I
They're so
love a
used to the
filler
movies.
episode.
Yeah. Once more with
Did
feeling.
you guys watch The
had
Mandalorian
nothing.
last week?
I did not.
You
I
guys
got
all caught up?
on Mandalorian.
Okay, I don't want to. God always.
I
asks
have
before
not.
don't wanna
I
be-
have not.
Appreciate it.
Sadly, watch any of the Disney Plus Star Wars stuff since like halfway through the first season of Mandalorian. I just
Oh,
haven't
wow.
gotten around to it.
Fair.
Catch up on the Mandalorian.
Grogu is green. John. I'm just saying.
He's the green.
Yeah,
And so is
yeah,
Boba
add him
Fett.
to your green family.
I mean,
So was Jabba the Hutt. We got
I
lots
do-
of green people for you to add.
Yeah. Obi-Wan.
my favorite character in Star Wars is literally Yoda. So, yeah,
You also do like green ladies, so you should watch
Yeah.
Rebels because Hera is She's a Twi'lek, so she
I
has the little
follow
things.
I follow
Ooh,
on
oh yeah.
on Twitter a She-Hulk roleplay page, which today the other day put out something that was really funny that I would they retweeted something from Star Wars where it revealed that apparently Obi-Wan Kenobi married a green lady.
Yeah, because he's married to the actress that's gonna play her in live action.
And they
Really?
like this She-Hulk roleplay page was like I just saying that Obi-Wan has good taste.
Yes,
Wait.
yes, he does.
Ewan McGregor is married to Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Oh my god. They were
Yeah.
both in
And their
Birds of Prey.
kid was in the last season of The Mandalorian.
I assume
You know
they
the one that
met-
or no, not The Mandalorian, in Obi-Wan.
they
You know the like
would've met
girl with
working
like the
on
weird
it.
mullet?
Yes. Holy crap.
That's their
That's
daughter,
awesome.
like the one smelling
love
spice
Mary
with the weird mullet. I know.
Okay.
And she's gonna be her in live action too, so I'm very excited.
She's gonna be in Ahsoka. Is that how it's pronounced?
Yeah, Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
Sorry to take it off
That
the
looks
rails. I'm in a
Oh,
Star
it's
Wars
all
mood
right.
right now.
It's all
That
right.
looks dope.
So,
I want to see Ahsoka.
Yeah. I've absolutely loved doing this Howard the Duck and She-Hulk storyline. I think this is probably the most ridiculous thing we've done so far on the comics end, and I think it's probably my favorite thing I've done for comics X so
Yeah.
far.
I think
The crazier, the
searching for
better for
ridiculous
comic
ones.
books.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like
yeah, for sure.
that's the one thing that that saddens me with basically any live action Marvel that we've gotten is they and She-Hulk is the closest thing to what I want to see, and that is them embracing the idea of how comics are ridiculous. And that's something
Yeah, and all the meta
you don't
humor.
see much in live action. Like you could have like in the comics, you could have a random Batman comic where he's fighting Condiment Man. You could never see that in live action because people sadly Batman fans would complain about it, be like, oh, he's not dark enough.
That's
It's
what
not
I
a dark
wanted from
enough
things
film.
like Multiverse of Madness. Don't get me wrong; it's one of my biggest beefs with most recent MCU
Same.
stuff. It does have a high level of comic book insanity in it, but I just feel like the tone was wrong. So like I'm okay with as balls to the walls crazy as possible stuff, but like to be a little bit less campy and silly with it, and to be a little bit more just not indulgent, was it self-aware, and just be able to recognize that this is crazy, but don't treat it so silly that you're saying things like Aluma Wadi. Like I just want to see it taken a little more seriously than that, but like tongue in cheek still. I don't know. It's a stupid.
Me looking
it's a
at
really
Taika
hard thing to
Waititi.
describe. Yeah.
Do you
Taika.
want to see something? This has been my background on my iPad has been this since the very first day I got this iPad. That is a direct comic book still that I screenshotted from
Can't see it
the
because the comic book
Gore.
is still shared.
Oh, it's him fighting Gore, the God Butcher, because that's
Oh,
my favorite Thor
nice.
comic book run literally ever. And I got home and I like had to look at my iPad the day after I watched that movie and I was just like, I want to cry. I want to sob because I love comic book accuracy and comic book craziness when it's in the comic book. But when you just
Yeah.
make it up and you take a good character and you rip him to shreds and then you call it a movie,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
done. I was like, oh, we want to talk about Marvel gripes. I'm like, don't get me
Yeah.
started.
I'll bet. No, it sounds like you're right up there with
That one
with
just feels like it feels real personal. Like just stab me, just throw me off a building instead, you know?
yeah,
Instead of ruining my favorite comic book.
yeah. For me,
But I
for
do
me,
want
my
craziness.
overarching like personal issue with MCU is that I love movies and storytelling in general, and when they have a lot of love put into them, you can tell. And when you don't see that love put into them, like I saw the Super Mario movie, I saw the D&D movie recently, I saw the John
Oh,
Wick
the
4
D&D
movie,
was
like
so
all of
good.
them had love in them. You could tell that they loved what they were doing. They wanted to excite the fans as well as tell a really moving story in a very quick amount of time. And they did everything like that. But like when you're not like there's something to be said for the way that like Multiverse of Madness was done, Thor Love and Thunder was done, as far as putting love into them. I just don't know how to describe what it was that was missing with both.
Good writing.
Something. Yeah, maybe
Decent
that's-
dialogue.
Yeah,
Not killing the female heroes. Both of them. Or like alluding to their deaths.
or
I walked out of
twisting
those
them
theaters so mad.
evil
I'm like,
that- and yeah,
give me my ladies back. I want them.
fair. Yeah.
Oh,
Agreed.
man. Thank you though, Betsy, for coming out and joining us for this, because I love having you come on and these comics are so perfect for doing this.
These are very fun. I do love these. This is probably my favorite thing that we get to do because I love a weird comic book.
It's a blast doing it with you.
Uh,
You are good at
I
it.
get to work on my voices too. Keith, we gotta send some of your Howard Duck off to some VA agencies. This man's
Yeah,
sick.
yeah.
Please.
Seth Green's getting old. He's probably like 2 years older than me.
Seriously.
I
Don't you come for me.
I really
I've
hope
recorded
that
hours.
I really hope that Seth Green gets gets to have Howard the Duck appear here one more time, and I'm in Guardians Volume 3. After
Before I take over.
after Howard the Duck appeared in both the first two, but then did not appear in the holiday special.
True. Yeah. No, that would be nice to see.
He probably
some-
hates the holidays. Do we know if he celebrates them? Is he
He
Jewish?
might be- I was just gonna
Maybe.
say. He might
Maybe
be
he's like, I
Jewish.
gotta go. I gotta go
I
home
gotta
real
go.
quick. I need more cigarettes. He's he has a
Oh,
dad
man.
vibe where he's like, I gotta go get cigarettes and never come back for 6 months. Yeah. He's sick of you guys. He's like,
Oh, man.
deuces. So no.
I still hope that he at some point they have him and She-Hulk actually appear together live actually, because I think that would be so much fun to see.
I just want her to run past him and be like, Howard? And he's like, Jennifer? And he's like, oh my god, hey, you know? And then she just like keeps running, you know, and it's just the tiniest little nod to anybody who gets it.
Oh man, yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna end off this episode. So thank you everyone for listening. This again is your host, Smash Jerry John, with Keith and Betsy signing off.